Okay, we're gonna start really soon. Let me get something real quick. Please, don't forget to grab water and go to the bathroom. We're back. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm sorry for being late. I'm not feeling very good, if I'm being completely transparent. I've had this headache for like the last 2 days, and it's just been lingering. And I've been resting, and I've been taking medicine, but nothing's truly helping, honestly. So we're streaming, yay! I spent like the last 2 days like really resting, and I still have a headache. And if I'm being honest with y'all, it has nothing really to do with my health. It's just a natural process of being a lady. So very fun, so very cool. It's just the natural process of being the joys of being a woman, if you will. Okay, so love a queen that takes care of herself. Thank you, 100. So nice of you to join us today. All right. Sorry, I just turned off the music. Welcome to another wonderful, beautiful, magical. Oh my god, there's so much stuff on here. Let me change that. Good thing I checked. The followers doesn't work still. I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix that. I think we all tried to fix it and it still doesn't work, so. Okay. Alright. Welcome to another wonderful, beautiful, magical Ashley stream. Yay! Hi guys. It's your favorite magical girl, Ashley. How are you? I just woke up from a nap. Sorry I'm late to stream. I haven't been feeling very good, honestly. Oh, I don't have my... One second. I don't have any music in this stream. Little bit of scuff. I'm okay with that. I'm not feeling too hot. My head hurts a lot, but like I mentioned, nothing I can really do about it. To be honest with you, there's nothing I can do about it. It's just the joys of being a woman. Yeah. The joys. Absolute joys. Okay, I think. Hi Yoshio, welcome in. Happy Friday, everyone. Okay, I think I added my music. Sorry for the scuff, but it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. How's everyone? Oh my gosh. Just the joys of being a woman. My head hurts a lot. And today we are going to be doing a demo. We're gonna watch a trailer that I was sent to by Transparent Games. Thank you for sending me the trailer. It was released, the Kickstarter was released on the 11th. I wasn't able to stream it until the 14th because I was resting. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna review this trailer, which honestly I watched like I peeked at the first few seconds. Kinda looks good, not gonna lie. Kinda looks good. You're sleepy? Yeah, me too. I'm just tired all the time. My head hurts a lot and my eyes hurt. Everything hurts. I've been like tweeting so much on the alt. I've just been tweeting so much on the alt complaining about me hurting and pain and stuff. I'll be okay. It's just the joys of being a woman. Woo, be a woman! Also, honestly, I've had such a hard day today, and like, not really. I'm just the princess, and this is like my hard day, right? Okay, so like, this is supposed to be a funny story, okay, guys? It's supposed to be a funny story. I've had such a hard day today. I woke up. I had no freaking clothes for work because I did a setting on the washing machine wrong. You know how like it's a dial and like sometimes you miss the dial. Yeah, I did that. That was me. I did the setting on the washing machine wrong. And so when I woke up this morning, my clothes were not dry. 100 said I made brisket last night and it turned out so good this morning. Ooh. Is it because like the juice is soaked in? Because I feel like that's like every leftover for me. The juices get all soaked in and it's just better the next day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so woke up, no clothes this morning. My head hurts, by the way. My head's been hurting this entire day. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So my clothes were washed, but they weren't dry. And I know y'all are gonna be like, oh, that's better. It is better. Except like I did put them in the dryer. I don't wake up that much early to go to work, guys. Like, the washer takes like maybe an hour. I'm sorry, the dryer takes about maybe an hour. I know that's a long time, but I feel like that's realistically how how long it takes. Oh my gosh, my brain. I can't speak. I'm on meds, guys. I'm on ibuprofen. Just forgive me. And I only had like 20 minutes realistically until I had to like leave, so I put it in the dryer and I hoped and I prayed. And it kind of worked. It kind of worked, but not really. The only thing that I needed, I scraped up like an outfit for work, right? And then all I needed was a skirt and like leggings. Fun fact about Ashley is I actually love hiding my legs. I think I love hiding my legs. I like hiding everything, honestly. It makes me feel secure as a lady. So, like, sure, I could have not had leggings, but also it's like kind of cold. It's kind of cold recently. It's like cloudy weather and rainy weather here, and I don't know why that is when summer is rapidly approaching us. I was like, they told me that March was supposed to be hot, and they lied because it's not hot. It's actually cool. It's actually nice weather right now. So they said next month definitely, but I don't like. I don't want it to be hot. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice right now, if I may say so. I want to go like on a. Actually, that's a lie. I can't go on a picnic. I was gonna say I want to go on a picnic, but I don't think I can. It's like too wet right now. 100 said it's hot because you're here. Oh shit. What can I say? What can I say? I'm a star and stars are chemically hot. What can I say? Yeah, they I was gonna say stuff that I shouldn't. Okay, back to my woe is me. It's been a hard day. So my head's hurting. I don't have clothes for work. I scrape up an outfit. I honestly, if I'm being honest with you guys, I've been going to work kind of late the past 2 days. And it's not like I need to be there on time. Oopies. I just know that if like if you're late like a certain number of days, it's like bad news for you, right? And I don't want bad news, right? So I think I'm like 2 away from being like bad news, right? So I've been getting to work early, so I was on time, so that was good. I'm late because I take too long in the morning, and I also don't wake up like super. I don't give myself ample time to get ready. I wake up and I go to work because it's really early in the morning. You know, obviously I like get ready and stuff. So then work was actually pretty fine, I would say. I just had like a headache the entire time, so that wasn't fun. And that's why I was like such a baby I'm such a baby all day. I'm just like, I'm in pain, like it hurts. I don't want to be here. I just want to be Also, like, sure, I could have taken medicine, but I don't know. I kind of grew up on ibuprofen, and I grew up that, like, you always had to eat before you take ibuprofen. And I know, like, you technically can take ibuprofen, and all what happens is it's not good for your, like, liver and all that jazz. I don't know. I grew up like that, so I just avoided it. So, like, basically, taking meds that early in the morning wasn't in the question because I didn't have any, like, snack to eat. That's another reason why today was so bad, is because grocery day is today, like, after work. So basically, I didn't have any snacks to eat to take medicine. But also, guess what? Another reason why today was bad, my ibuprofen expired, so I didn't even have ibuprofen. It was just, like, a bad day, guys. Oh my gosh. So, like, I couldn't take meds, and then I didn't want to take meds because I didn't have any snacks. And then I didn't want to, like, I really truly didn't want to buy snacks when I was going to work. I really didn't want to. I've been trying to be really good with my money this year. 2025 is when I'm financially responsible, and Shirley will be financially free. But so yeah, I just like refuse to buy, like, a snack and for my ibuprofen. I know I'm crazy, but, like, I just refuse. Like, I've been doing really well, not spending money, even if it's like $3. I just, like, no, I don't want to. I've been doing so good. I didn't want to break my streak. I know I'm crazy, but I will still complain. And that was, like, work. It was just me suffering the entire time. I was debating about leaving early from work, and I did. I left, like, 30 minutes. I can do that. As long as I get my job done, I can leave work early. I just try to stay the whole, like, period so I can get the payment, you know, because I want to get paid, you know? And so I left, like, 30 minutes early. Yoshio says me too, but I caved and ordered lunch today as a treat because this weekend sucked. Oh my gosh, well, if your whole weekend, like, multiple days suck, yeah, please buy yourself something. I know I was saying, like, I refuse to buy stuff, but, like, today kind of sucked. Like, today kind of sucked, and I was actually thinking about buying, like, a drink. There's something called, like, a green drink that I've been drinking a lot. That if you guys hear me say green drink, that's what I'm talking about. It's like a super healthy, well, it's supposed to be, we don't know. It's healthy drink. It has like apple, kale, parsley, ginger, lemon. You know, it's whatever the green drink is. And I love it. I'm, like, hyper fixating on it. So honestly, as much as I said I refused, I was actually gonna, most likely, okay, it didn't happen because I guilt tripped someone to buy me a green drink. But I basically I got a green drink and I wasn't sure if I was gonna buy it after work because today was kind of bad. Like, today was, I feel like today wasn't really that bad looking back, but I'm such a baby. Like, I'm such a baby when I'm quotation marks sick or unwell, because I'm never sick and unwell. So when I am sick and unwell, I'm just like, boo-hoo, everything hurts, I can't do anything, everything sucks, I can't go to work, I have a mild headache. I'm such a baby, bro. I know. Yoshi says also, I was also running late and I didn't make lunch today. See, that's fair though. You know, that's fair. I'm also, I don't know, I do feel like I am strong-willed when I can be. You know, I'm stubborn when I can be. And those were, like, the moments where I was stubborn, where I was like, no, I don't want to take medicine. No, I don't want to buy food to take medicine. You know, it's just the Ashley moments. Silly Ashley moments. The green drink. Yeah, it's pretty good. I have it on my silly waiting room screen. So yeah, basically I was just in pain all day, and then I got my green drink, and, like, that made me feel better, but it didn't cure my headache. So then I just had my headache the entire day. I had like a croissant egg sandwich with my green drink to make me feel better, because I really love, I'm hyper fixating on garlic right now. Like, garlic, eggs, savory foods with garlic. I just really like garlic right now. So I had eggs with a bunch of garlic and a croissant. with my green drink, and that made me feel better because, like, eggs and croissants are probably one of my favorite breakfasts. Simple breakfasts. I just like eggs a lot, honestly. 100 says no, not the random Miku 8-bit. Oh, sorry. I liked it. I liked it. There was supposed to be music playing, but anyways, garlic's good and good for you. I know I'm hyper fixating on it, honestly. And that was my day. And then I took a fat nap because my head hurt, and it kind of got bad in my opinion. Like I don't know how to describe it because I don't actually know what's happening. All I know is that I'm a female. I'm a girl. All I know is that I'm a girly and my period's coming. And when my period, fun fact for the guys in there in this chat, my period's approaching, and it differs for different ladies, but some ladies get different symptoms. My symptoms are I get like horrible migraines. Oh, I'm sorry. There's like an ad playing. I get more horrible migraines and cramps, and body parts hurt. Everything hurts, and that's how I feel right now. So like what I'm trying to lead up to is I'm getting lost in the details. I'm so sorry. I love details. Is my body got really cold. So I was freezing. I had like 3 blankets on me and I was freezing, and I don't know why that happened, but obviously it has something to do with my body changing and all that jazz, and hormones changing and all that jazz. All that fun stuff of being a woman. Yoshi says sounds like a migraine. You're good. That shit sucks. Yeah, honestly, this is the only time I get a migraine. Shout out to like, I know my bestie Goreflack. He gets like a migraine like almost every day, and I don't know how he does it, because like that's horrible. I am such a baby when it comes. I hate migraines. I think everyone hates migraines. I hate migraines. I hate it. I know it's a migraine. Is migraine the one where like you're light sensitive? Because that's me. Hate it. Yoshio says I usually get one when I'm stressing hard at work. Oh my god, Yoshio. Yoshio, why are you stressing so hard, baby boy? Are you getting paid to stress that hard? I'm sure you are. You haven't drinking enough water. Yeah, please drink, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, that's just been my day. I'm sorry. I'm tired of like managing the music. It's a little scuffed today. I'm not into it, guys. I took ibuprofen. You know what's crazy? I asked for ibuprofen, and twitch.tv/Dexters_V, he got me ibuprofen. Bless his heart. I think it's ibuprofen. But my point is, he gave me the gel tablets, and I know that like, I heard that gel tablets are better for your body. I heard it's like faster. It acts faster than like a tablet. I just always grew up with tablets my whole entire life, you know? So I just kind of stick with it. I'm afraid of change. But it was kind of fun. This was like a really fun question. I don't know why it's a fun question. Can you guys swallow pills without water? I think it's a fun question. Can you guys swallow pills without water? I don't know when I developed that ability, but I can do that, and I think I'm so cool for that. I'm not like other VTubers. I can swallow pills dry. I don't know. I remember in college, people couldn't do that, and I remember being like the it girl. I was an it girl. I was so stupid. Yeah, it's just as light and sometimes sound. Sometimes sound for me, but honestly, it's always the lighting. It's always the lighting. Jid says only if I don't have anything to drink. You can swallow pills raw. All right, maybe I'm not so special. My bad. God, maybe I'm not so special. I have to concentrate on it. That's valid. I think me too. Like, I think I do have to like mentally prepare myself, and then I do it. But yeah. Hi, Tab. Welcome in. Speaking of Tab, thank you so much to my lovely patrons. Twitch.tv, patreon.com/meowschoolmilk. I love you guys so much. I have a video for you guys that's gonna drop today or tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I've been ill the past few days, so I didn't post it today. I might just raw dog post it because I wanted to do like one more thing before I posted it, but you might just get a raw dog version of it because I'm not feeling too hot. I'm sure you guys understand. And, you know, there's a lot left of the month, so surely you guys will get something better next week. We'll find out. Patreon.com/Meowsco. Love you guys. Thank you for supporting my dreams. And for leaving such fun comments and liking stuff. How are you, Tabs? That is basically my hard day. I'm just in pain, honestly. I'm in pain. Bear with me. It's gonna be scuffed today, probably. We are going to watch the trailer of the Saintess of the Golden Bow. It's a new trailer, and it was released on the 11th. And then afterwards, we're gonna play the demo again for Saintess of the Golden Bow because it is updated. It has new UI. It has new voice acting. Apparently, it has new gameplay. We're gonna just go into it. I'm not really sure how I want to do it yet. I might just speedrun it because today might be a short stream, and then also I don't know if I want to like redo everything with you guys. I might just redo everything with you guys because I get in the moment. I really do get in the moment with these visual novels. I love visual novels so much. I might get immersed. We'll see. 100 says, oh, that reminds me, I should definitely go and sub to that wonderful person. Aw, thank you, 100. I think one more little tidbit about my Patreon. I think it's worth. I mean, you guys get like little gifts every week. I try to give you guys a gift every week is how I say. And it can only get better, you know? It only gets better from here because I'm still figuring things out on Patreon. It only gets better, honestly. All right, and without further ado, let's get into the gaming unless you guys want to talk about anything else. Thanks for joining me this Friday, guys. I have one more day of work tomorrow, and then it's my day off. Tomorrow, I have a collab. That's another announcement. I have a collab tomorrow, a surprise collab. It is not listed on my schedule. But we are going to be playing... Is it called Repo? Is it Repo? I've seen stuff about it. I'm kind of a hipster. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm kind of a hipster. I don't like really care about new stuff until like maybe a few weeks after. Repo is this new game that is out and everyone loves it. It looks really silly and the little characters are really cute. It's supposed to be like a Lethal Company dupe. Not a dupe. A dupe's kind of like a mean word, right? It's similar. I should just say that. It's similar to Lethal Company. That's what I hear. I hope you guys enjoy tomorrow's stream because it was a surprise collab with some beautiful people. A lot of beautiful people are going to be with me tomorrow. And maybe we'll all like collab and share chats and it'll be a good time with friends. It might be a good time with friends. Maybe I'll drink. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I feel like I'm succumbing to alcoholism once more. Gotta stop. I gotta stop. Green drink, Ashley. Green drink. Anyways, that is my day, guys. I hope you guys are having a good time. Oh my god, 100, you literally did it right now. Thank you, 100. Thank you, my lovely patrons. I love you. Enjoy the content. Feel free to like message me there and tell me if you want anything specific, because I'm willing to listen to stuff. And plus, you're paying, so you might as well get something you actually want. You might as well get something you actually want from the Patreon. All right. Drake. I just told you how your hair's long. Thank you. Why does no one believe me when I say that? I feel like that's like the 5th time someone has said that. I wasn't lying. I said my hair is really long. But also, if you find me in Arizona, pretend you don't know me, okay? Because I only look pretty for you guys, okay? I live my double life, okay? So don't be questioning me. Don't be exposing me when you find me in the wild and I'm looking kind of crusty, dusty, musty, okay? I only look pretty for the Patreon. I only look pretty for the Patreon, okay? Okay, we're gonna start real soon. I'm sorry for procrastinating. I'm gonna turn on the fan. Yeah, guys, there's something going on with the body, cause I feel like an old lady getting like hot flashes. I swear to gosh, I'm like cold one moment and then I'm hot the next moment and then I'm all right. 100 says I didn't expect you to be that far down. Normally it's the middle of the back when it's long. You know what? You know what? My hair is a record right now. My hair is the longest it's ever been. My hair is like halfway between my thigh. Pretty cool. Kind of cool. I hate it. Like I hate it. like okay, hear me out. I obviously don't hate it to the point where I should cut it. I get annoyed by it. I definitely get annoyed by my hair all the time. Thank you, 100, for the A+ content. Feel free to 5-star on Yelp. If there was a Yelp. Can you believe if there was a rating, like a rating system for Twitch channels? Or like, that'd be so crazy. Wouldn't that be crazy? Do you think there's like a rating system somewhere? Like a rating website? Like Yelp, where it's like a channel? You can rate the channel. That would be crazy. And honestly, like I do not want to see that if it exists. But if it does exist, kind of sounds fun. Kind of sounds fun. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Thank you for listening to me. Yeah, I miss talking to you guys. We haven't streamed in like the last bit. The last stream was on. Was it Tuesday? Or sorry, was it Wednesday? I think it was on Wednesday. Last stream was on Wednesday, and I grinded on Fields of Mystria because I really wanted my stupid sprinklers, my automatic sprinklers. And I got my stupid sprinklers. Bet your bottom dollar we got our sprinklers. And we also got our animal petter. Thank you to my patrons. I love you guys. Thank you, Yoshio, for my patron. Is it okay if I say your guys' name out loud while I see it pop up? Are you embarrassed? Alright, let's get into it. Okay, I'm sorry if everything's scuffed, and I'm sorry if like the volume is really loud. Let me figure this out. Also, there's maintenance in the background, so that's great, right? Like, good for you. Yoshi says I didn't know you had Patreon. I actually soft launched it last month, so I started it in February, but then I didn't tell anyone. Wait, did I start in February? I forget when I started it. I forget when I soft launched it. I think I soft launched it. I'm pretty sure I soft launched it last month. No. I started it and then I just experimenting with it and then I finally launched it, even though it's not like perfect. I'm so sorry. There's yelling outside. We might just watch the trailer. I'm gonna mute. Okay. So please enjoy this trailer. I'm so sorry for the background. Enjoy. I feel like I'm competing. Enjoy this trailer, guys. I'm gonna see if the volume is atrocious. Please hold. I'm like afraid of blasting your eardrums, honestly. I'm afraid of blasting your eardrums. But I forgot where it even is. Okay, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna let's actually like test this, huh? Let's test this before we blast your eardrums. Oh. Okay. Little sneak peek, little preview. That sound good? Oh god, I should probably listen to it, huh? Before I... Haha. Alright, can you hear that, guys? Is that good? Is the volume good? Is it too loud? I can't, like, actually tell.
Sometimes I wish I lived a different life.
It's so pretty! Elijah! Oh no. Levy. Oh my gosh. Did you see that art? Oh, who's kissing me? The heck? Who the heck? Oh, there's a wedding! Oh, there's a funeral or a wedding? No! Damn. Oh my god. Yay! Wow. Yeah, support them on Kickstarter. Wow. I hope you guys could even enjoy that. I hope the volume was good. It was like blasting on my end. That's my fault because I suck at the volume levels. Anyways, that was the trailer for the game that I am playing. We get a few different options. Oh my god, the art is so pretty. I'm a sucker for pretty art in any, like, I don't even care if the plot is good. The plot could be like so trash and like not make sense, but if the characters are hot, or oh, that slipped out of my mouth. But if the art is beautiful, then we can play it. Smile. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's a crazy kind of day. All right, I haven't even set up my game, so please stand by while I set up my game. I'm curious to see the differences. So once again, we've already played this game. I'm sorry, we already played this demo, but the demo is updated. The interface is different. Ooh, I wonder if I could even have... Do I even have like a thing for this? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Configuration. Oh, it is pretty. I like windowed. What's the difference between the fonts? Auto speed, audio. I think the audio is pretty fine. What would you say? Okay. All right, guys, let's get romancing. Okay, notice, other than the first two scenes, this game is partially voiced during CGs only.
Ugh, just my luck. Why does it have to be pouring now?
So,
oh, I want to go home.
They added a voice actor for Celine now. Let's go.
I'll be soaked by the time I reach the subway.
Let me know if you guys want the volume to be louder. I run down the street holding my bag over my head in futile attempt to block the rain. Oh no, not the office worker in the rain. I do my best to stay underneath the shop's awnings. I feel that, Celine, says Yoshio. The car speeding down the street kick up puddles that shower me in the rainwater. OMG. I am ill prepared for such weather. I didn't even take a hoodie with me, let alone an umbrella. The damp cold seeps into my body, making me shiver. Oh, I feel that.
This day sucks.
Oh, me too, Celine. This is a good day to play. Today does suck. My boss yelled at me again, and I had to cover for my sick coworker on top of doing my own tasks.
An office job sucks.
Amen to that. No, just office job does suck. I recently graduated from college and got this boring job where all I do is call people to sell them beauty products. Ooh, she's outbounding calls, bro. Adult life sucks. So relatable, Celine. So relatable, baby girl. It hadn't taken me long to tire the monotony of adult life.
I just want to curl up under a blanket and read web novels.
Just like me, for real. Speaking of which, I got a notification on the web novel app that my favorite book was updated.
Being the heroine of a fantasy romance novel would be such an amazing life. Fighting to save a kingdom from impending doom, wielding magical powers, and falling in love with a hottie.
Eee, hottie! I should take a look at the app. I pull out my phone and unlock it. I open the app looking at all the updates.
I've got so much to read on the subway.
That's literally me, though. Looking forward to my next door, I run through the crosswalk.
What?
Nani? No. By the time I look up, I see the light was actually red, not green. It's too late. I'm in the middle of the crosswalk with a truck driving straight at me. Should I take a step back or run forward? Quick! Think, Celine! Think, Celine! Think! I take a step back. That's right, y'all. This is so pretty. The UI is prettier. The pain. It's excruciating. My whole body hurts so much. Until I suddenly stop feeling anything anymore. The presence of pain brings me relief. I let my life go. The next thing I know, I'm floating. In a cotton-like substance? I feel comforted. Safe even. Have I really died? Am I in heaven now? But I want to read the last chapter of my favorite author's new web novel. Now I'll never find out what happens in the heroine at the end. A chuckle escapes me, a loud sound in its quiet place. I'm pathetic, aren't I? I died and now I'm thinking about my hobbies, not my parents or my friends. Not that I had a great relationship with anyone anyways. I was quite a loner. Just like me, for real. What is that sound? Angels? In the emptiness, I can hear someone singing. An angelic voice. It's calling to me.
You must fight on.
Ooh. Is that? Is the angelic voice? I wonder who that is. Is it the pink-haired guy? Elijah? I must, but I'm dead. I don't have to do anything. Suddenly I feel a pull. My soul gets grabbed and yanked towards a golden whirlpool. I scream, but no sound comes out of my mouth. I close my eyes, the shifting reality around me, making me feel dizzy. When my senses return to me, the first thing I notice is the fresh scent of a forest. I open my eyes and look around. I'm in the middle of the woods. Lush canopies of trees above me sway gently in the light breeze. Such a pretty game. There's something heavy in my hand, and when I look down to see, I'm holding a simple hunting bow. My feet, clad in riding boots, sink into the damp green moss of the forest floor. I'm out hunting, I realize. Wait, how's that possible? I just died, and it's been ages since I handled a bow. The last time I practiced archery was in middle school, back when my parents could still afford to spoil me. I hadn't put such a high boots for work, and these fancy pants, or this jacket. The outfit looks almost like it belongs to it almost looks like this outfit belongs to a Korean webcomic.
Who am I?
Ooh.
Celeste? Where are you, Celeste?
Somehow I realize I'm supposed to be hiding. Hiding from what or whom? I don't understand. I only know I must seek to cover. The urge to disappear from sight is so strong that I don't even question it. I find a thicket of bushes and dive into them, not caring that my outfit will get dirty or torn. From my hiding spot, I observe the situation, holding my breath. A handsome man with red hair tied back in a ponytail runs towards me. He's wearing some sort of fancy armor, and he has two thin swords on his hip. I recognize this person. This is my knight, Levi Parinth. Wait, I don't have a knight. I'm Celine. I'm a 20-year-old simple office worker, fresh out of college with a job in sales. Is that really the whole truth, though? Levi turns left and right, searching for me.
Celeste?
Celeste?
Come out!
Please come out! Failing to discover me, he runs off. I recognize this guy's look from somewhere, and the name Celeste is familiar too. No, I couldn't have. Did I get reincarnated? Here? Out of all the books or games that could have been setting for my reincarnation, why did I have to end up in the BL tragic fantasy web novel? Why this one? Saint of the Golden Bow is the work's name. It was recently adapted as a webcomic, and it's That's how popular it had become. The book used to be one of my favorites, but the world of the story is not a nice place to live. There's a war going on with a demon queen. And Celeste, why did I have to be reincarnated as her? What I just witnessed was opening scene in the book, before Levi is chosen to become a titular saint. He goes out hunting with his unrequited love, the lady he's serving. He's supposed to protect Celeste, but he loses sight of her at some point, and an ungodly sound makes the hairs on my skin stand up. The creature that made the sound appear at my right. It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. An abomination, a demon. I always love that line. The imp, leathery wings flap in the air, and the creatures fly towards me. It has spotted me. At this moment, when Celeste, oh gosh, de Quieres dies a miserable death to become part of Levi's tragic backstory. But I just died from being hit by a truck. I don't want to die again. Especially not in a scripted event where I'm supposed to just fade away so I can serve as part of someone else's tragedy. I'm sorry, there's like maintenance outside if you can hear it. Not doing anything to save myself is not like me at all. Screech! The imp is still far away for me to attempt to save my life. I have to act quickly. The monstrosity is coming closer and closer. My hands are sweaty and my arms are shaking. Hands sweaty, mom spaghetti.
I refuse to give up.
I refuse to give up. Yeah, shoot that demon with the bow. We don't need no Levi. In my hands, I hold the key to my salvation. I pull an arrow, draw back, and aim at the imp that's flying straight at me. I take a breath and release it, remembering that I was taught in middle school about archery. When I'm sure of my shot and I know I can't delay any longer, I send the arrow flying. The arrow hits the demon straight its ugly little head. Boom, shakalaka. With the final frightening sound, the monstrosity falls to the ground. I breathe heavily, collapsing to my knees.
I did it.
Let's go, Celine. W, Celine. Headshot. I thump my ballad up fist against the ground, feeling the damp moss beneath my fingers. I breathe deeply again, taking in the smells of the gorgeous forest. They calm me down.
I'm alive.
She's alive! Tears rolled down my cheek. I was terrified, but I survived.
Celeste!
Celeste! I love how he says that. Celeste! Levi comes running towards me, and he sees an imp dead a few steps away from me. The bow still grasps my hand. A gasp of surprise escapes his lips.
Celeste! What happened? Did you kill this demon by yourself?
I love how I can actually, like, take a break, and they talk for me. I nod, for a moment entertaining the thought that I am indeed Celeste, not Celine. I open my mouth to explain the situation, but my voice sounds raw and shaky.
I killed the demon.
Such a pretty voice. I finally managed to whisper. Levi walks up to me and kneels before me.
My lady, can you walk?
My lady. I give him question some thought, but I feel so weak. I wipe my tears away.
I don't think so.
I'll carry you.
No, there's no need for...
Woo! Levi takes me in his arms, bridal style. The bow slips from between my fingers. W. Our close proximity is so embarrassing. I want to hide my face, but I can only do so against his chest. W. W times 2. An option which is less than ideal.
My bow.
Don't worry about the weapon. I will return for your bow later. Right now, it's of utmost importance that I carry you back to the safety of the mansion.
My bow! But my bow!
But it's...
I still protest. Levi gives me a glare.
No buts. Let me do my job, for once.
No ifs, no buts, no coconuts. I let out a long sigh and stop resisting. Levi walks towards where we left our horses, or so my memory as Celeste recalls. So am I really Celeste now? Am I part of the world saint of the golden bow, even though I was supposed to die? So what will my survival mean for the story now? Has she always looked this pretty, or am I just like a simp for Linda? Like, I swear she didn't look this pretty, but now she looks prettier. I don't know. I washed up, my lady. Can I date Linda yet? After an awkward bath where I had to let my new Linda wash me, I'm finally dressed in a nightgown and allowed to rest. My body feels so weak, the shock of dying, reincarnating, then almost dying again, finally taking a toll on me. A loud yawn escapes my lips. I cover my mouth. Ah, she didn't talk. I'm going to lie down. Is there anything else you need from me? Ah, I forgot I'm supposed to formally dismiss Linda whenever I'm meant to be alone. She is Celeste's servant, after all. I love you, Linda. I'm good for now. I'll call you later if I need anything.
All right, my lady. Linda curtsies before me and exits the room. So cute. I sink into the softness of the mattress, taking a good look around the room. This place may be undeniably expensive, polished, fancy look. Fancy, fancy. Somehow, someone has tried very hard to make the atmosphere more feminine, and I know it wasn't Celeste. The Celeste the book mentions is quite tomboy, caring little for girly things like dolls and decorations. She doesn't have good social skills, she lacks proper knowledge of etiquette, she dances like an elephant. Instead, she's great at archery, hunting, and riding horses. However, the society deemed all those activities inappropriate for a lady, and thus she doesn't have many friends. Sounds so much like me in my past. The only two people who really like Celeste are Levy, who for some reason that isn't really explained in the book, adores his lady, and Eurydice. Celeste's twin sister, Eurydice. I forget how I say her name. The book also briefly mentions Eurydice as part of Levy's backstory, simply describing her as more ladylike twin who loves pink and romance novels. I feel Celeste's emotions for Eurydice in my heart, though. Celeste really cherishes her sister. Celeste? Oh, she doesn't have a voice line. Eurydice notices that I'm staring at her with a faint smile on my face. I'm alright, thank you for worrying about me. She rushes over to my bed, fixing my pillow under my head and helping me sit up. Well, of course I'm worried about you. You're my beloved sister. What would I do if I lost you? Levy was with me. Levy was with me. Nothing bad could have happened with me under his protection. You think I don't know you always run off from Levy during your hunts, making excuses that you have to be alone because he's stomping too loud, scaring off your prey? Busted. I know that is exactly what Celeste would have always done. I take a glance at Celeste's memories, wonder if she ever realized Levy was in love with her, and if running off was her way of trying to avoid the awkwardness of his puppy-like adoration. Damn, they knew. I feel a touch of awkwardness, unsure of how to deal with the way Levy has always viewed her. The situation wasn't comfortable for Celeste at all. I pushed her feelings aside to focus on my conversation with Eurydice. You got me. Did you split from Levy this time too, sister? I did. Figures. Eurydice let out an annoyed sigh. I give her a wide smile, enjoying our conversation despite her chastising me. It's really like having a friend whom I can talk freely to. I really would like to know what happened today, though. Levy babbled something about a demon? I'd like to know more, too. Oh, wait. I'd like to know more, too, for the matter. Father walks into the room without knocking or otherwise warning us of his presence. He has a stern look on his face, and that's just his natural expression. The joy I felt at talking to Eurydice momentarily evaporates. New emotions from Celeste surface in my heart. Her father's always made her feel lesser and inadequate. I review her memories of him and curse inwardly. To say her father favors Eurydice wouldn't at all capture the severe inequality of the situation. During some of their past interaction, he has been outright abusive, belittling Celeste and calling her names. I stiffened my spine, sitting up straight. I took so much shit as Celine, and I'm not going to do it again as Celeste. What happened today? What's left? You so disheveled. I look down at myself. The blemish on my appearance is a scratch on my knee from when I hid in the bushes. The mark is so small I didn't even notice while bathing. Otherwise, I'm wearing a fresh nightgown and all cleaned up. There's nothing disheveled about me. I give Father a defiant look. As you can see, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Father huffs. You and your sister's 18th birthday is in 3 days. We're leaving for the capital the day after tomorrow. If you're not healed up and in top form by then I'll be up and running by tomorrow. My body feels tired and heavy, but it's nothing a bit of sleep can't fix. I see Eurydice scoot slightly to the left as if taking a step away from Father's negative energy. Love out! Yes, Eurydice, get out of that negative energy. Bad aura. Negative aura. You better be. I don't want you to ruin the Golden Bow ceremony for your sister. You're forbidden to leave the mansion for the next 3 days. I open my mouth to tell him off, but my eyes land on Eurydice. She shakes her head slightly. To honor her wishes, I decide not to agitate Father any further. All right. I nod. I don't feel like going hunting or horseback riding anyway. Someone would quickly notice that I'm not good at those activities as Celeste should be. I'm still not sure how much of her skills I can access for myself. Levy set me in front of himself on his horse to return us to the mansion earlier. So I have no idea if I actually know how to ride a horse myself. I only rode a horse once or twice as Celine when I was a kid. Not nearly enough to match Celeste's experience. Now tell me what happened. I killed a demon. Both Father and Eurydice let out a gasp of surprise. You what? Levy said you two had an encounter with a demon, but I assumed he was the one who killed it. I shake my head and smile. I shot an imp with my bow. What was such a monstrosity doing in the middle of Lokari Empire lands? We're far from the warfront. The imp was conveniently there to kill Celeste for Levy's tragic backstory. I want to tell the truth, but of course I won't. Father and Eurydice would take me for a madwoman if I babbled about them being from characters from a novel. Hi Tenshi, welcome in. As a visual novel, it's good so far. The updated UI is really nice, and the added voice acting is very nice. I don't know, but the monster attacked me, so I killed it. I shrugged like my actions were nothing out of the ordinary. After all, the face of danger, it's kill or be killed. How's Tenshi? Father sits down on the chair next to the entrance of my room and hides his face in his hands. Kind of funny. I knew my daughter wasn't much of a noble lady, but this... He mumbles loudly, even both Eurydice and I for him to hear. My sister and I share a smile. Where was your knight when the demon attacked you? I should choose my words carefully. I don't want Levy to take the blame for my actions. I ran off on him again. I wanted to hunt on my own. Of course! He let out a long sigh, like I'm burdening him more than he can bear. You were playing Need for Speed? Very cool. Happy Friday. I hope you have a good Friday. My body takes this moment to remind me how tired I am. A big yawn escapes my lips. I cover my mouth with my hand. Wah. Rest. Father gets up and gestures Eurydice to leave. Eurydice nods and walks behind him out of the room. She turns back to me when she's in my doorway and gives me a warm smile. Eurydice. Get some rest. I'll be back later. I return her smile and sink deeply into my bed, making myself comfortable. It doesn't take long for me to fall into a dreamless slumber. When I wake up again, the rays of the morning sun pour into my room, get out of my bed, and stretch out to make sure my body is working properly. I feel refreshed after my long sleep, no more weakness in my limbs, everything's in order again. Hi Gore, welcome. Good morning. Awake from my nap. Yeah, I took a nap too. I hope stream's going well. Stream's going pretty well. There's new UI, that's pretty nice. And we watched the trailer, which was very pretty. Very, very pretty. And there's new voice acting, which is really nice. I still haven't seen like the new gameplay, so we'll see. My handwriting looks horrible. It seems I can't directly access Celeste's skills after all. It's quite inconvenient. Thank you for the stretch and the drink. I will stretch right now. Big stretch. Big stretch. I managed to write with a quill, but not very well. Only in English, of course. I have to write down everything I know about the web novel Saintess the Golden Bowl so I can organize my thoughts of the world and line it up with Celeste's memories. Scratching handwriting or not, I need to sort out all my assets. Let's start with the basics. Saint of the Golden Boy is a romantic trauma fantasy web novel by the Korean web novelist Hanil Kim. I read the English translation on one of my favorite web novels and comic apps. The story was supposed to be turned into a web comic and had promo art, which I now was able to recognize Levy immediately. His design in the artwork even had him in the same outfit he was wearing the day of the demon attack. Maybe I should also write down. Okay, so this is part of the game where you can ask questions if you don't know what a web novel is, if you don't know what a webcomic is, if you don't know what BL is. It's all like a cultural thing. This is all like a cultural reference. I already know all this, so I'm not going to. Nothing else. I've got the basics. That's enough. Which is really nice in my opinion. I'm very glad that they added that because, you know, not everyone read webcomics, translated webcomics back in the day. Or BL. Smile. Nothing else. I got the basics. That's enough. I get up for a moment and wander over to the mirror. I touch a hand to the glass. Ooh, I don't remember this. I don't remember this happening. The design of Celeste was included in the promo art. I take my new features, purple hair and pink eyes, a slender figure. I don't remember if this happened. There's no denying it. I'm really not Celine anymore. The understanding that I have reincarnated into the web novel finally settles in my mind. I feel calm, calmer than I ever thought I would be if something out of the novel suddenly changed the course of my life. There's no fighting the reality, is there? As strange as the situation is, I'm Celeste and I have her memories, but somehow I'm Celine as well, equipped with knowledge of this world that Celeste never had. I walk back to the desk and sit down to continue organizing my thoughts. Maybe after I process everything, I will break down and cry about my fate. Right now, however, I don't feel like moping around. Instead, I want to fight for a better fate. Back to the Saint of the Golden Bow. The book starts with Celeste's death event. Levi was in love with his lady for years, but the actual love interest of the story is Prince Noah. Celeste has to die at the beginning of the book to make Levi feel at his lowest when the Golden Bow chooses him as a saint. Why didn't Celeste save herself if she was said to be so great at archery? It was possible for me to use my mediocre skills to defeat the demon. Must be book logic. She had to die for the story in the Saint of the Golden Bow to proceed the way it did. Soon after Celeste's death, Levi's quest to save Lucari Empire from the Demon Queen begins. However, he doesn't go alone. Noah, as well as the High Priest Elijah, the second love interest, both accompany him on the journey. Noah and Levi fall in love. Elijah falls in love with Levi too, but Levi chooses Noah. When the final confrontation with the Demon Queen happens, the love Noah and Levi share is an important component of defeating the fiend. Through their love, the magic of the weapon becomes stronger. However, this story is a tragic one. Even though Levi defeats the Demon Queen, he perishes in the process. Noah and Elijah live on, and peace returns to the Lucari Empire. I remember crying at the end of the book and cursing the author for writing such a beautiful yet heart-wrenching tale. I reread the novel twice. Saint of the Golden Bow is really one of my favorite stories. I still don't appreciate being reincarnated into this world though, especially not as Celeste, whose purpose of the story is to add angst to Levi's life. I didn't die when I was supposed to though, and now the story has continued regardless. I wonder how many things will change now because Celeste is alive. Will Levi still be able to fall in love with Noah despite the fact that I'm still here? He seems pretty hung up on Celeste after all. I look into Celeste's memory to examine her feelings about Levi. I sense a mixture of emotions, anger, awkwardness, desperation. Celeste didn't like to be on the receiving end of Levi's feelings. She badly wanted him to stop looking at her with romantic intentions. What Celeste really needed was to have a friend in him, not a lover. As a noble lady, she especially found his feelings for her inappropriate. Damn! She even tried to set him up with other people of various genders who were in his station. Levi always admitted they were attractive whenever she asked, but never expressed any romantic interest. Celeste was the only one for him. Levi's responses frustrated Celeste to the point that she tried her best to get away from him, which ultimately led to her death. Aww. What a sad relationship. Yeah, that is sad. I can't quite hate Celeste for being cold to Levi now that I know her distress about his love for her. But at the same time, I do pity Levi. If Levi was this obsessed with Celeste, how had he moved on to Noah so quickly? His change of heart wasn't really explained in the novel, but I remember some people voicing their opinions on the forums about how unrealistic this plot point was. I had always ignored these complaints because I really adored the Noah-Levi relationship. Celeste would surely have disapproved of it though, considering the boys had vastly different positions in society, but the forbidden aspect of their romance was what had made everything more exciting to me as a modern reader. Ugh, I really want my ship to sail and for the boys to get together, but I don't know if the outcome is possible with Celeste being alive. Levi was clearly at least bisexual, judging from his response to the romantic candidates Celeste had presented to him, but the fact didn't matter if he was unwilling to consider them as lovers. Oh my god, Levi, I love you, Levi. He only has eyes for one woman. I love that. Maybe he would still change his mind if he met Noah. Maybe it would be a greater love, one established at first sight. If Levi and Noah didn't fall in love at the end of the quest, will Levi still be able to defeat the Demon Queen? I shudder. What if I'd broken the story beyond repair by avoiding my demise? What was I supposed to do though? Just die? It's not like me, I'm a fighter. Maybe I could change the story even further so that Levi can survive the final encounter? I have no idea how to make this plan work, but maybe opportunities to influence the world further will present themselves to me. After all, the thought is chilling. Though the shot is chilling, what's happening here isn't just a web novel story. The Saint of the Golden Bow is my new reality. On the day of Celeste and Eurydice's 18th birthday, Father takes us to the capital to attend the Golden Bow ceremony. Levi had his 18th birthday a few days ago as well. Since he's lower standing than Count's family, Father got the approval of the church for Levi to attend our ceremony together with us instead of his own a few days earlier. Your knight has to guard you at all times, Father said to Celeste before I reincarnated into her body. After the encounter with the imp, he's become more convinced that Levi shouldn't leave my side. Not that Levi is complaining about having to stick close to me for obvious reasons. Now, you're to see Levi and I stand in the middle of the chapel in the royal palace of Solus, Lucari Empire capital. Behind us are many other people who will be tested. Before us, High Priest Eliza Sorin takes a spot behind the titular Golden Bow, the fabled artifact that will choose the saint one day. Look how pretty that bow is! I know that day will be today since Levi is the one who will be chosen. An eye of the bow suspicion. Light reflects off its golden surface. The design is pretty and elaborate. Looks like a pain in the ass to use this weapon. Too ornamental for my taste.
We are all gathered here today to see if the golden bow, the weapon given to us by our Lord to help us one day defeat the vile demon queen, will finally choose its saint.
You say it, Elijah.
On this beautiful morning, when the sun's rays fall through the windows of our chapel, let us give our gratitude to the Lord. He has given us means to end the war that has been raging for so many decades.
Say it how it is, Elijah. I've never been particularly religious, even in my past life. I especially don't believe in fantasy god, but
Let us give our gratitude.
Eurydice just has such a pretty voice.
Let us give our gratitude.
When Eurydice and Levi bowed their head to say the words of prayer, along with all the other people in the hall, I mumbled the words as well.
Let us give our gratitude.
I don't want to draw suspicion to myself after all.
20 years ago, the blessed blacksmith was bestowed with the Lord's inspiration and crafted the golden bow. He
Wait, can I
worked
auto it?
tirelessly day and night.
Day
until
and night.
finally he completed the artifact. Ever since then, the people of the Lokari Empire have sought to be tested on the day of their 18th birthday by the golden bow. The artifact will choose its wielder. That person will become the saint and be tasked with defeating the demon queen, who has terrorized our borders for 23 years.
I'm glad Elijah reminds us of the history of the bow. I've forgotten some of the details.
I will now call forth today's attendees to be tested. Each of you just needs to touch the golden bow once, and its judgment will be bestowed on you.
And you will be judged. Elijah takes out a sheet of paper and reads the first name on the list. Eurydice de Quieres, daughter of Count de Quieres. Eurydice approaches the bow, puts a hand on the artifact. Nothing happens. Of course, what else did I expect? Levi is a saint. The golden bow will only glow for him. A frown appears on the high priest's brow as he reads the next name. Celeste de Quieres, daughter of Count de Quieres. I take a deep breath and step to the podium, reminding myself I shouldn't expect anything, and put my hand on the weapon. For a moment, nothing happens, but then the bow glows, its light getting brighter and brighter with each second. I feel the light scorching hot. I close my eyes, worrying if I'll go blind if I don't. You must fight on. I hear an angelic voice again. Was it the bow speaking to me while I was reincarnated, or was it the god of light himself? Why did they reuse the audio for there? The thought I have may have been addressed by deity is frightening. No, gods aren't real. You're not religious, Celine. The golden bow! The burning light makes my skin feel like it's on fire, so I take my hand away from the bow. But my hand continues burning, the searing pain climbing up to my arm to my chest. Ugh. I scream. My head is spinning. The pain is too much for me to handle. I want it to stop. Stop, stop, stop! I'm on fire. I'm dying. Not again. Lady Celeste. Sister! Levi and Eurydice call out to me, but I have no strength to respond. My consciousness fades, darkness taking me into its comforting embrace. And then I died again. Just kidding! I feel so groggy. I'm in the guest room apartment I was assigned to our family when we first arrived at the palace for the ceremony. The impersonal decor makes the place feel cold and unwelcoming. I know this room is supposed to look grand and elegant, but I don't feel at home here at all. Lady Celeste can't be the Saintess of the Golden Bow. The role is too dangerous for her. I turn my head to the left. Levi and Eurydice stand by the door. Neither of them notice I'm awake. Just imagining her going to the dangerous quest to defeat the Demon Queen makes me terrified for her life. We have to stop the Church and Empress from declaring her to be the Saintess. Levy, it's not for us to decide who the Saintess is. Neither is the choice of the Church or Empress. It's the God of Light who singled out Celeste to be the savior of our empire. This must become some kind of mistake. Levy, you're committing blasphemy here. You can't go against God's wishes. Blasphemy! But Lady Celeste is... Look, I know you're worried for my sister, but please mind your words. If someone other than me hears your opinions about God's choices, you may get in trouble. So, I really am the Saintess of the Golden Bow? I speak up, not believing my own words. Levy and Eurydice turn to me. Eurydice runs up to the bed and takes my hand in hers. Celeste, you're awake. How are you feeling? They do like a zoom in now. I feel like that didn't happen. Did that happen? Fine, I think. Just a bit tired. You really scared us in the chapel. You screamed like someone was tearing you apart. The light of the bow entered my body. It felt like it was burning me. That sounds horrible. Tears swell up in Eurydice's eyes. I squeeze her hand, trying to comfort her. I glance back to where Levy stands by the door. He has a defeated look on his face. When he notices I'm watching him, he finally approaches the bed, standing behind Eurydice. That'd be so funny if they edit him. Oh, they didn't. I can't be the Saintess. It was supposed to... I cut off my sentence when I realized I almost said what Levy was supposed to be chosen as the saint. I can't tell them what happened in the book. They don't even know they live in a fictional world. For some inexplicable reason, the Golden Bow, or the God of Light himself, has chosen me instead of the savior of the Lokari Empire. Why me? I ponder out loud. I'm so confused. I don't want to be the Saintess. Why has the story suddenly changed so much? I only did my best to survive. Did the fact that I wasn't slain by a demon really create such a severe butterfly effect? Or had I already been chosen the moment of my reincarnation? I'm sorry, there's maintenance outside. I remember the angelic voice of the bow sounding like the voice I had heard after dying in the accident as Celine. I'm sure you'll do fine. You're an excellent at archery. Eurydice smiles through tears, trying to reassure me. I'm not as confident about my fighting skills as Eurydice is. Celeste may have been good at the bow, but I can't access her full abilities. Judging by my handwriting, I can only manage the bare minimum of what she can do. I'm not proficient in any of her skills. I only know how to use the bow somewhat of my experience as Celine in middle school. Maybe that's all you need, baby girl. Oh, this whole situation is so depressing. No, you mustn't lose heart. I have to stay strong and face my fate head on. What's going to happen to me now? The Empress has summoned you for an audience 3 hours from now. What does the Empress want with me? Eurydice wipes her tears away. She didn't say, but we think she intends to personally congratulate you on your new role. Alright, I suppose I should start getting ready then. First, High Priest Elijah requested to check on you as soon as you woke up. Check on me? With his light magic, he wants to see if your body and mind are alright after being touched by God's grace. I'm feeling okay, but I suppose I shouldn't turn away a member of the church. Not complying with their wishes might be dangerous now that I'm somewhat part of their organization. The reality is so overwhelming that I should really prefer to be alone now, but there's no time for me to mull over what happened. The chance to break down will come later. Everyone goes to sleep. Jeez. Felt. Jeez. Jeez. I'll go bring him. Levy turns around and walks out of the room in long strides. Eurydice gives me a comforting smile. Everything will be okay. I hope so too. I'm so sorry. There's maintenance outside. Silence falls between us, but it's cozy, warm, kind of quiet. I get the feeling that no matter what happens, Eurydice will support me. Until she betrays you. We don't know. I envy Celeste for having such a great sister and friend. I should use this opportunity to ask you to see some questions about my situation. I'll just have to be careful about how I broach the topics. I don't want to reveal my jumbled knowledge about the world. Okay, and then this part is when you ask a bunch of questions, but I already asked all these questions, so we're not gonna do that. Those are all the questions I have for now, at least. Thank you for helping me sort through everything, sister. Eurydice gives me a bright smile. That's what I'm here for. One thing's certain, the people of the Lokari Empire have been waiting for the Saintess for ages. A lot of faith will be put in your abilities. A lot will be expected from you. I don't envy you. If I could, I would share this burden with you. Thank you. I'm really moved by Eurydice's dedication to me. There's a knock on the door, and then Levy's voice could be heard from the other side. High Priest Elijah and Count de Quieres have arrived. They can enter. Elijah! I feel like Elijah's hair got, like... I feel like they got nerfed. Like, I feel like it's not as bright as he usually was. Elijah comes into the room, followed by my father. Levy closes the door behind them, remaining in the living room of our apartment to guard the entrance. High Priest has a friendly smile. Father, on the other hand, wears his usual scowl on his face. He seems he wants to say something and give him an inquiring look, which met with a glare. I don't know if I should laugh or cry at the fact that his disposition towards Celeste hasn't changed, even in the middle of such a life-changing situation. What does Celeste have to do for her father to show her some affection? If I had any hope he would be proud of me now, and I had suddenly advanced to a great position in the hierarchy of the Empire, it evaporates now. I decided not to say anything to Father while Elijah was around. I don't want him to witness a fight between us, and I doubt I could hold my tongue right now. May I sit beside you? Sure. Zoom in. Elijah approaches and sits beside me on the bed. I need to touch you to make sure you're healthy. Is that alright? Is this how light magic works? As someone who's reincarnated here from Earth, I have little knowledge about magic. I don't remember a scene like this with the High Priest in the book. Come to think of it, Levy didn't faint after touching the golden bow. He must have a stronger resistance to pain than I do. Celeste doesn't know much about magic either. She has no magical powers on her own. After all, nobody in the DKR's family does. If Elijah says he has to touch me for his magic to work, though, I doubt he's lying. I look at him, he stares back at me with a patient smile. I stare at him, he stares at me. The High Priest is really attractive. I never thought I would find a guy with pink hair dashing. He must have the longest lashes I've seen on a man. I blush, realizing I'm checking Elijah out. He's a priest, for heaven's sakes. Eurydice just reminded me he can only marry within the clergy. He's off limits. Besides, he only wants to touch me to make sure I'm okay. God damn, she a horn dog. Stupid hormones. I clear my throat, though I can only do something. I could do nothing to stop my cheeks from burning. Alright, go ahead. She's never felt the touch of a man before. Elijah surprises me by leaning his forehead against mine. Before I can protest, an aura of white surrounds his body. He's really working his magic on me. Whoa. I close my eyes and focus on how his magic makes me feel. His touch is pleasant and warm. I become strangely comforted. Before I realize what I'm doing, I lean closer towards him. Elijah chuckles and it makes me snap out of the comforting embrace of his magic.
Light magic does have a good feel, doesn't it?
Hey, yo. There is a twinkle in his eye and a confident smirk on his face. Is he flirting with me? Embarrassed, I pull away. Have you guys ever been, like... This is so dumb. You guys ever been at, like, an appointment, a doctor's appointment, and you're like, are they flirting with me? But no, they're just asking questions, bro. Celeste... Okay, Lady Celeste is healthy. I can also confirm that the Golden Bow's magic has entered her body. She is the Saintess. Father let out a heavy sigh. I hope you won't embarrass me. I glare at him, pursing my lips. You want to call him out on his unkind behavior, but I stop myself. I turn back to Elijah instead. Thank you for the checkup. You're welcome.
Only 2 hours remain now until Celeste has to attend an audience with the Empress. Ah yes, we should go and let Sister prepare for seeing the Empress. I want to keep talking to Elijah. If anyone can explain to me more about the Golden Bow's magic, it's him. Unfortunately, now is not the right time. Ah! Father rings a bell, and a moment later, Linda appears in the doorway. Linda! Make Celeste prepare. Presentable for the meeting in the Empress. Emperor consort. Yes, my lord. Everyone says their goodbyes to me, and they leave me alone with my maid. Linda! I follow a step behind Father. We walk towards the corridor's palace to the throne room, where the Empress and the Emperor consort are waiting for us. As I watch Father's back, I feel Celeste's resentment for him surface. No resentment is a strong enough term to describe her feelings. Celeste hates her father. Not without reason either. What he's done to her over the years is something I can only describe as pure abuse. He's belittled her constantly, both public and private. His favorite title for her is No Good Daughter. He has always made her feel like she's less than Eurydice, unworthy of his praise. The only time he ever pulls his attention away from Eurydice is when Celeste misbehaves. Celeste's mother died when the 2 girls were young. Celeste had no memory of her, and with no shield from her father's wrath. Maybe the situation is why Celeste is always hunting or horseback riding, taking herself far away from Father and her duties as a noble lady. And Levi, he has watched Celeste suffer at the father's hand. I have a memory of him standing up for his love and Father having him flogged for it. Gosh dang. After the event, Celeste forgave her knight to ever act in her defense again in front of her father. Levi protested, but Celeste insisted, using her authority as his noble lady to make him agree. In the years that followed, they both suffered. Celeste from her father's abuse and Levi watching his love and pain. How could I not hate Celeste's father for his disgusting behavior? Pang of loneliness shoots through my heart. My parents never abused me, but I wasn't from picture-perfect family either. There was a lot of fighting between mom and dad before they finally divorced. I was 14 when they parted ways, and I had a lot of trouble accepting that situation wasn't my fault. I tried to help them fix broken relationships before the divorce, but they didn't believe their marriage was worth saving. Eventually, everything falling apart regardless of my efforts. Ever since then, I've had trouble trusting anyone enough to fall in love. I've had boyfriends in high school, but he broke up with me because I was too cold and emotionless towards him. His exact words. At the time, I just didn't know how to show love or if I should even be open about my deep feelings for him that early a stage of our relationship. Both Celeste and Celine have their own baggage. Still, I was finding it very hard not to talk back to Father whenever he was rude to me. Celeste had long since given up her relationship and simply chose to ignore his outbursts, but letting someone belittle me wasn't my style. I realized Father has stopped walking when I almost bumped into him, stopping just in time to avoid the collision. High Priest Elijah. Hello again, Saintess. Count de Quieres. Elijah nods at us with a soft smile. He looks me up and down, I fidget, uncomfortable with the attention. I'm not sure if he's checking me out or if he's just interested in the fancy dress Linda helped me change into. It is a beautiful dress after all. Then his eyes wander to Levi. He looks at him with the same appreciation. Huh. Huh. Well, yeah, I guess that shouldn't surprise me. I know for sure Elijah is into men after all. He's interested in Levi in the book. I decided to join you during the audience. We're happy to have you. Are you ready to enter? I'm not, but then again, I'm not sure if I ever will be. Father nods in response to Elijah's words before I can protest. Let's enter. The guards in front of the throne room entrance opened the door, and Father and Elijah entered the hall. I turned to Levi. More than ever, I need the support of someone who knows and cares for me, even though he doesn't really care for me, but the original Celeste. Levi won't be allowed to say anything during the audience, but I still want him present at my side. Come with me. You'll only be able to stay by the door, but I want you to be there for this conversation. All right. I entered the throne room as well now. Levi followed behind me. The Empress is sitting in her throne, and the Emperor consort is lounging in the smaller chair next to her. Empress Muriel is as radiant in person as she is in Celeste's memory. She's wearing a golden gown. She is the son of Lokari Empire. I don't remember her wearing gold all the time. Did she wear gold the entire time? Her husband, Emperor Consort Lucius, comes out of our allied country, Durendal. He's called the Moon of the Lokari Empire. Looking at him makes me remember that the Lokari Empire's allied country of Durendal is a southern land, thus the people have darker complexions. I come from the States, so finally seeing someone of color feels familiar and comforting. It reminds me of the fact that the novel was quite diverse for a book written by a Korean web novelist. Even though there aren't too many characters of color in the Saintess of the Golden Bow, the book introduces them in some important positions. Noah, the main love interest, is a mixed race. When the Empress sees us approach, she gives us a bright smile. At last, the prophesied Saintess stands before me in the flesh. I smile and make my best attempt at curtsy, following Celeste's memories. The winsome father's face tells me I failed to move properly. For some reason, I find his expression funny. I cover my mouth so nobody sees a smirk on my face. If I embarrass Father in front of the Empress, I can't say I wouldn't be enjoyable. Father and Elijah make smooth bows. Thank you for the chance to have an audience with you, Your Grace. Grace to be in your presence again, oh radiant lady. Of course, how could I not gaze upon the chosen hero with my own eyes? The Empire has been waiting for her for over 20 years. Though I'm not surprised your daughter is the only one who turned out to be the Saintess, Count Alaric. A nervous chuckle escapes Father's lips. She's always been good with the bow. So I've heard. Your daughter doesn't act much of like a noble lady, does she? She does have a reputation for enjoying quite boyish activities. Father's face turns beet red. He's embarrassed because of me. I realize I shouldn't let myself be too happy about the situation, though. There's too much at stake. I can't ignore the fact that the Saintess I have an important role to uphold at the Lokari Empire. As Eurydice explained to me, I am the 4th most important person in the hierarchy now. No pressure, ha 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 ha. It seems the Empress finds me lacking as well, and having her out of all people displeases me is not good. I remember Noah's plotline for the novel. The Empress sends him on the quest with Levi to defeat the Demon Queen, even though Noah is the heir to the throne. Or he should be, since he's Empress Morelli's firstborn. However, the monarch is a very controlling person. She doesn't want to give up the power to her throne to anyone, so she hopes to continue ruling through her child when she's abdicates. Sorry. Due to the law of the Lokari Empire, a person can only rule for 40 years before they have to pass the role to another. The Empress is aging, but based on what I know from the novel, her hunger for power over the years has only grown. She wants to keep her influence over the politics of the Empire. However, Noah, their heir, isn't someone who can be easily controlled. The Empress has a secret second son, however, 10 years old Matteo, she's raised to be completely obedient and reliant on her own opinions. Makes me wonder how she hid her pregnancy. She only sends Noah on the missions because she hopes he will die, so he can establish Matteo as her new heir. She can't pronounce someone else the crown prince until Noah's gone. She can't pronounce. That's interesting. Pronounce someone else the crown prince until Noah's gone. Someone as ruthless as the Empress is definitely not a good enemy to have. It is known that Count Dequieres has 2 daughters, the one who's a perfect image of the noble lady, and one who's a tomboy. I suppose the girl that stands before us, although dressed in finery, is not much of a proper noble. Silence falls in the room. Everyone looks at me, expecting me to answer. Until the sudden attention, my mouth is dry and I can't find the words. They don't know much about Celeste, but rumors precede her. They have always judged her, me. Why did I think I would suddenly gain respect by becoming the Saintess when Celeste's questionable reputation has been spreading for years? In a sense, it's good that everyone expects Celeste to be quite lousy at etiquette. After all, I have no idea how to curtsy or properly use utensils or dance like a graceful noble lady. Since Celeste's skills didn't directly transfer to me, if she really had been a perfect lady, I would have certainly looked like an imposter. Still, I don't want the Empress to think I'm a worthless Saintess too. If she deemed me inadequate like Father does, will she try to get rid of me so the Golden Bow can choose another saint? I don't think she has a very forgiving personality, judging by how much she hates her son. Just when I gather my words to speak, the door of the throne room bursts open. Da da da! A well-posed, tall blonde man enters the room in a dramatic fashion, his cloak waving behind him in a sudden draft of air. He is Noah, Levi's love interest in the book. He's one of the most handsome guys I've seen next to Levi and Elijah. His skin is darker than the most Lokari Empire nobles, but only slightly. He inherited most of his features from the Empress. The current emperor consort is not Noah's father, but the previous consort was from our allied country, Durandral, the south. When he spots me, a smirk appears on his face. His red eyes shine with mischief.
Knock, knock. Did I miss anything?
Fashionably late as always, my son.
If I missed nothing, there was nothing to miss. This is the Saintess, right? Count Decoris's tomboy daughter.
Held back a groan. Even Noah knows about Celeste's reputation.
Yes, that's me.
You're good at archery, are you not? Better than you are at etiquette, at the very least.
Yes, I'm quite good with a bow.
Why are they always roasting her? Probably not as good as Celeste, though, I presume, judging by her renowned reputation. At least I'm still good enough to shoot arrows with decent accuracy. I just need to practice a bit more and remember everything I learned in middle school.
Quite. Then you'll be perfect for the role of the Saintess.
How can you say that? If a lacking individual takes up such a high role in the hierarchy of the Empire...
All the Saintess needs to do is shoot the golden bow and hit the Demon Queen straight in the heart. Then the war will finally be over. Is that not what you want, Mother?
I want peace more than anything else.
Do you question God's will, Empress? Is the Lord who has chosen Lady Celeste to be Saintess of the Golden Bow? While Celeste may be lacking in some other things, she asserts she's great at archery, and her reputation confirms her words. Right, Mother, so you shouldn't worry. Lady Dequieres will make an excellent Saintess. I wish I could share a faith that these two had in me. Still, I have to maintain a confident front, but put on my brightest smile. Please don't worry about anything, Your Grace. I'll defeat the Demon Queen and bring peace to the Empire. Empress Muriel gives me a long look. At a moment, the confident smirk that no one inherited from her is back on her face. Excellent! There is nothing stopping us from proceeding with the mission to defeat the Demon Queen, is there? Noah, you will be the one leading the Saintess quest. Noah's eyes widen. He opens his mouth and closes it. You will lead the Saintess quest, and you will take the 20 best men from the Palace Guard, the Mage's Tower, and the church to accompany you. You will leave in a month. In a month? So soon? Chalk makes my heartbeat erratic. With my current archery skills, I'm nowhere near ready to defeat a powerful enemy so soon. Is there a problem? You said you're great at using the bow, and that's all you need to be a successful Saintess, right? The Empress has really turned the tables on me. I can't deny her words, and neither can Noah. After all, we're the ones who just made those claims to her. I simply thought we would have more time to prepare. There's no more time, not with the Demon Queen's army closing in more and more the capital in recent years. I think you and the Saintess are ready enough. But, do you question the Empress's judgment? Oh, sorry. Do you question the Empress's judgment? The Emperor and Noah glare at each other. Noah didn't respond. He finally just turns around and walks towards the door. Noah, you will prepare for the quest and depart in a month. As you wish, Your Grace. If it's not too much to ask, I would like to accompany the Saintess and the Prince on their quest. Elijah's request surprised me for a moment until I remembered that he wants to join the mission when Levi was the saint as well. Are you sure, High Priest? You will be leaving your office behind for 2 months. Yes, I'm sure. I'll take Gareth with me as well. Meredith can manage running the office on her own. I'll appoint some people to help her with the paperwork. The Saintess quest will be a historic moment in life of the Lokari Empire. I wouldn't want to miss witnessing the Saintess defeat the Demon Queen. He has a strange taste, but with Elijah's light magic, our success will be easier. I don't protest. We need all the help we can get. All right, you may go as well. Thank you, Your Grace. I will organize a ball to celebrate the finding of the Saintess tomorrow evening. Be sure to attend, all of you. The ball. We will all reply will be there, and after some final departing words, we're dismissed. After the audience, I ask everyone to give me some time alone. I'm too overwhelmed by the recent events. I need time to think. I take a sheet of paper and quill and begin to scribble down my thoughts. I survived my death event, the demon attack in the woods near the Dequieres mansion. That's where Levi likely to continue to love Celeste and not become interested in anyone else. No, I can't assume anything. I really should ask him what he thinks about Noah and Elijah. He saw both of them during the audience, and he and Elijah flirting with me during the magical checkup. I'm not just Celeste recollecting a past life. Instead, I, Celine, have taken over Celeste's body at a pivotal moment of her current life. Does that mean Celeste is really dead? I don't sense her presence living in my body, which is a relief to be told. I prefer being alone with my thoughts. The idea of her passing is sad, though, even if I'm conflicted about her treatment of Levy. I'm now the Saintess of the Golden Bow, a hero the whole Lucari Empire has been waiting for years, yet Levy was supposed to take on that role. Levy has been training to protect Celeste all his life. He's way more skilled at archery than I am. I have a month to train myself to use the bow properly. Not just any bow though, the golden bow, which seems more ornamental than practical. Wielding that weapon will be a pain in the ass. What were the two components needed to defeat the Demon Queen again? The first one is firing a bow imbued with the golden bow's light magic at the Demon Queen's heart and actually hitting the target. So I need to practice both archery and accessing the bow's magic. As someone who's come from Earth, I have no idea how to wield magic. The very concept of magical power coursing through my body is so foreign to me. I suppose training with the bow will just take time, though I have little to spare. As for wielding its magic, there's something Elijah will know more about. Something given that he's a light magic user. I scribbled down that I need to talk to Elijah about the golden bow and its magic. Know thy enemy, they say, and right now my enemy will, until I master it, is the bow. There is also a second component to defeating the Demon Queen, one that follows a story trope more than a practical logic. Knowing Levy's love makes the magic of the golden bow stronger. How is that possible? I have no idea. Could no one Levy being in love even solve this problem anymore? No, it has to be the wielder of the bow that's in love for the magic to trigger properly, right? So I have to break up a couple that I shipped. It's a sad situation, but my survival is on the line. Unless I go for Elijah, that's it. He can't have a relationship with anyone outside the church, which is another complication. First, I need to determine if Elijah and Noah are even interested in women. If not, any relationship with me would be impossible. As for me, I can't imagine falling in love with someone in 2 months. Love is such a difficult topic for me. I don't trust or fall in love easily. The whole situation with my parents' divorce, falling in love, not something I can easily imagine happening to me. Oh, I'm so screwed. I'm scared. This situation isn't just a storybook anymore, it's my reality. Levy, Elijah, Noah, Eurydice, Father, Empress, they're all real people. They aren't acting according to the script either. The plot of the book has changed in the real world with unpredictable consequences. And I'm at the center of this new story. Levy dies in the end of the book despite defeating the Demon Queen, despite Noah's love for him. Will I die again too? Or will this be an aspect of the story change as well? No, I can't give up. I must change reality and my fate. It's not like me to mope around and feel defeated. I am the master of my own destiny. If I have to fall in love with someone, who should it be? Levy, who blindly adores his lady? Noah, who has been burdened with leading the mission to defeat the Demon Queen? Elijah, who's a priest and can't marry someone unless they're a part of the church? Or should I pick someone else entirely? I'd at least have to admit that all three of them are handsome men. I hope my own baggage isn't going to drag me down too much. Will I become cold and detached if I enter into a relationship with any of them, just like I did with my ex-boyfriend? It's been a while since high school, but I'm hung up on how things turned out between us. Can someone like me even make a guy fall in love within a month? My heart is beating so fast. Now that I realize what's really at stake and what I have to do, I'm terrified. Should I ask Levy what he thinks about Elijah and Noah? Oh, this was different. this was not a thing back in the last demo. I think we should make the. I feel like there's nothing wrong asking. You know, let's let him ask. I think I make things clear between us. I need to talk to Levy about Noah and Elijah. Open the door to my room and look outside. Levy is standing there guarding the door. He looks at me with a gentle smile and gives me a small nod. Levy, can you step into my room for a moment? I want to talk to you. Of course. I take a step to the side, letting Levy enter my room. My heart is beating a bit, and I clench my hand on my dress. Levy seems to notice my unease, his expression turning into one of concern. Celeste, I push my fear aside and decide to just outright ask him. Say, Levy, what do you think about Prince Noah? The Mad Prince? Lamau. Yeah, that's what everyone calls him, right? He's known to always antagonize the Empress with his words and attitude, but he never done anything that could be considered a crime against the crown. The Empress delegated part of the responsibilities for maintaining the order in the palace to Prince Noah, as per Lucari Empire laws of succession. He needs to learn how to manage the Empire as the heir. And from what I've heard, he's done a good job and is very dedicated to his work. So despite the fact that he's not very diplomatic with his words, I think he'll make a good emperor in the future. I see. That wasn't what I was asking though. I wanted to know what you think of Noah personally. Are you sure I'm allowed to voice my opinion on the future emperor? I look around and gesture the room. It's just you and I here. I suppose you're right. I'm not gonna tell on you. Yes, I know that. Well, I think Noah is too brash in the way he speaks. I really didn't like his attitude towards you during the audience. That's not what I wanted to know. Do you think Noah's attractive? Many people do. He's had a few past relationships here and there, though he avoids casual flings. That still doesn't answer my question. Yes, I think Noah is attractive. Lovey's blushing! And now you hold the position of the Saintess. He would make a great match for you. Does Noah like women? He's had 2 female and 2 male partners in the past. Bingo. That's all the information I need about Noah from Levy. I suppose you becoming the future Empress wouldn't be bad for you. Oh, Levy! Levy! Levy has a pain expression on his face. Imagining me with Noah must be hard for him. What about High Priest Elijah? What about him? Do you also find him attractive? You're not trying to set me up with someone again, are you? Oops, I got Levy angry from Celeste's memory. I know they've had conversations similar to this one in the past. I don't know what the right answer to this question is. There is none. If I say I'm asking for myself, he'll be sad that I'm looking at other guys other than him. If I refuse to answer, he'll continue thinking I'm trying to pair him with one of the guys. That's not why I'm asking. I just wanted your opinion. I'm not buying it. Why the High Priest and Prince Noah of all people? They're such different standings than I am anyway. I couldn't possibly be in a relationship with either of them. A difference in social standing hasn't stopped Levy from falling in love with Celeste, or from falling in love with Noah in the book, or for the matter. Though I do remember him being hung up on the status differences in the novels as well. Yes, both guys are attractive. I could see myself being with either of them if our situations were different, but he gives me another pink look. He's in love with me is what he's trying to say, but he can't allow himself to tell me the truth. At least Levy gave me information about Noah that I wanted to know. Gosh dang, poor Levy! I don't want the conversation between Levy and me to get any more difficult, so I suppose I'll end things here. Thanks for talking to me about this, Levy. I'd like to be alone now. Levy! Levy gives me a look as if I'm throwing him out after dealing a blow. In a way I am, and it pains me to do so, but I don't know how to salvage this conversation. Have a good rest. Levy exits the room, closing the door behind him gently. I lie down in bed and hide my face against the pillow. I feel like we might have lost some points with him, but oh well. I'm so stressed by everything, and I'm not even surprised when tears stream down my cheeks, soaking the bedding. This is so sad. I didn't want to hurt Levy, but I don't know how to obtain the information I needed, so I could decide to do. Oh so gosh. I couldn't. I didn't know how else to obtain the information I needed, so I could decide what to do to save everyone. For the first time since reincarnating, I give in to all the emotions that I have built up inside of me. I'm just one girl, young girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just one young girl. How can I carry so much heavy burdens? Eventually, I cry myself to sleep. I toss and turn all night, unable to get any real rest until nearly dawn. The next evening, Linda gets me all dolled up for the grand ball the Empress is throwing in my name. Yay, the ball! At the ball, I find myself sitting at the table, staring at silverware I have no idea how to properly use. Celeste's memory aren't helping me much. The servant puts a salad in front of me, and I pick up one of the forks. There is an offended gasp from my left, and I look at the noble lady sitting to me. She's almost purple in the face, staring down at the fork I'm holding. Wrong piece of cutlery, then. I put down and take another in my hand. I still glance at the noble lady. She doesn't seem to be offended anymore. This one must be the right fork, then. When everyone starts eating, I dig into the salad too, but it tastes like paper to me. I'm nervous. My hands are clammy.
So you've become the Saintess, Lady d'Aquarius.
Ooh. George! The man to my right, Duke George, if Celeste's memory serves me correctly, strikes up a conversation with me. He's a young duke and a powerful player on the battlefield of Lokari Emperor's politics. I'll have to do my best not to say or do anything strange.
Yes, despite my surprise, the Golden Bow has chosen me.
They changed how they met, and I kind of don't like that. I kind of liked the original meeting where, like, he helps her become a lady.
Well, now that you carry such an important role, do you plan to improve your knowledge of etiquette?
Man. I feel like the first one was more organic. Maybe. I don't really remember, but I think it was. He points at my salad. Oh, come on. What am I doing wrong this time? The Duke smiles, but his expression isn't unkind.
You have no idea what you're doing wrong, do you?
I don't.
May I?
Yeah, George. He extends his hand to me, and I don't protest. He touches my hand to gently modify the way I'm holding the fork.
Oh, come on, George. You're spoiling the fun.
It's Penelope! The lady to my left has a cruel smile on her face. Shoot, I was really eating the salad wrong after all. My cheeks heat up from the embarrassment and suddenly find it hard to breathe. For every kind person like Duke George, there's a cruel one like that lady here, a vulture, waiting for me to make a mistake. Now that I'm the Saintess, I will be watched even more closely than Celeste was as a mere count's daughter. We're all going to be laughing for weeks about how I ate the stupid salad. I just know it. Celeste's memory tells me that this incident will be the first time she's ruined her reputation with a stupid mistake either. Excuse me. I can't be here anymore. I have to get some fresh air or else I'll hyperventilate. Are you okay? Duke George calls after me, but I quickly walk to the terrace. Once I'm away from the throne room, I run into the gardens. I only stop when I reach a small lake. Here I put my arms around my frame, trying to control my breathing. Breathe, Celine. In and out. In and out. Don't cry. Don't cry. You'll ruin the makeup Linda spent hours putting on you, and to make you look like a real noble lady. That's so sad. Didn't think I'd run into you here. I turn around and I hear a voice. It's Noah. He's drawn his sword, and his usual mocking demeanor is not present. He's completely serious when... Of course. He suddenly puts his sword to my throat. Here we go. My heart beats so loudly that it feels like I could jump out of my chest in this time from fear. Does Noah want to kill me?
I wish I could just kill you and be done with it.
I forgot how funny that was. He does, but why? I suddenly remember the scene. I fangirled over it when I was reading the novel. This is the scene where Noah puts his sword to Levi's throat. It's overly dramatic, and most of the readers in the novel interpret it as a romantic interaction. That is true. We talk about the event for hours in the web novel forums. But now I think the setup is just ridiculous. I could take a step back any time from the coldness of steel and my neck would be safe. I give Noah a long stare, and he's looking at me seriously, as if he's really pondering if he should harm me. I don't believe he actually will. I will entertain his antics for a while longer, just to see what he has to say to me. I want to know how much of the scene changes with me being here instead of Levy.
Why do you want me dead?
Because you're the reason I have to go on the mission to kill the Demon Queen. And so soon. If anybody less capable than you had been chosen as the Saintess, Mother wouldn't have told us to leave within a mere month.
I'm glad he thinks so highly of my archery skills, especially considering how little the nobles think my etiquette skills, but he's wrong.
I may not be as great at archery as you think.
That fact would change nothing at this point. Mother is now convinced you can defeat the Fiend.
You know what? I think I forgot to post
This
my
is
tweet.
a suicide. None of us will come back
We're like
from
an
the
hour
quest.
in. I'm so sorry. I will post my tweet right now. I'm so silly. I make time to make you guys cute little thumbnails, and then I forget to post it. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. I'll just do a really, really fast one. Sorry if this was like a very important point. Happy Friday. That's what I'm gonna type. Happy Friday. Okay. I'm doing it. Okay. You know, we did it. And that's what matters. Teehee. We did it. Okay, back to the game. Although I remember this line from the book, my eyes widen.
How do you know we won't return?
His words almost feel oddly like foreshadowing for what happens in the book. Noah seems to seriously believe what he's saying.
20 people going deep into demon-ravaged lands to enter the Demon Queen's castle and kill her. what, what, what could possibly go wrong?
He's really convinced we're going to die on this quest. I can see the desperation in his eyes.
Can't you convince your mother to postpone the day we leave or to increase the amount of people we can bring with us?
I've already tried. She doesn't want to listen. It's almost if she wants to set us up for failure.
Oh no, you're closer to the truth than you think. I can't tell him anything about his mother's plan to get rid of him. He would grow suspicious if I, someone he really knows, spouted such important information about his life. I should only tell him what's really going on with the Empress when, or if, we become friends during the quest.
Look, I'm afraid of the mission too. But I don't want to give up. I won't just roll over and die. I'll keep fighting until the very end. No matter how the mission ends, I want to be sure I've done everything I can to fulfill my role properly.
Noah's eyes widen.
You're right. I can't just give up.
Bro, some balls, Noah. I must also see the mission through until the end. Ugh, I almost thought of telling you to kill me. It's so dark. I'm sure you'll do great on the quest. I'm sure you'll do great in the quest. I hear you're a great fighter. Rumor has it you're difficult to talk to, and I don't have very good social skills. All I see is a composed young woman who who can compliment others. You're a mystery, Saintess. Uh-oh, I must be careful about what I have to say to others. I don't want to break my character as too much. One thing's for sure, I don't want you to die, Your Grace. Just Noah is fine. We're teammates now, I suppose. I feel like they changed this part a little bit, and I actually do like how they changed this part. I can't recall what they changed, but it feels like they changed it, and I do like it a lot more. I feel like the first time I saw it, he was just kind of like a whiny guy. Noah smiles back. He seems much more relaxed now. I'm trying to get Mother to delay the deadline for us to leave. I would appreciate more time to train. I also like the fact he calls his teammates. Right. Time to go back to the ball then. Without sparing me another glance, Noah walks past me through the terrace. I watch him until he disappears between the carefully trimmed bushes of the palace garden. I look out of the water of the lake and take a few deep breaths. I really hadn't expected Levy's scene with Noah to play out for me. I also didn't end up responding the way Levy would have. Our encounter didn't turn romantic at all. Yet my heart is beating so quickly regardless because I'm still scared about so many things. The stress is catching up to me. I like how it's like not a romance. She's just like stressed. Like she's just scared. I fall to my knees on the soft grass. I can't hold my tears any longer. In the end, I'm just a girl caught up with many responsibilities. I like how they keep saying I'm just a girl. So relatable. I'm tired. I'm terrified. I want it to stop. No matter how much I cry, though, this new reality won't magically change for me. I'm still Celeste and I'm still the Saintess. The sooner I accept my fate and put my energy into the few things I still can change, the better. With renewed purpose, I get up and start walking to my room. I do like her thoughts, though. You know, she's like, this all sucks, but we're gonna persevere and we're gonna get through it. Screw the ball. I'm not going back to be ridiculed further. I don't want the whole Imperial Court to continue watching how terrible I am at being a noble lady. If I had more time before the quest, I would take lessons to get better at etiquette. However, the way the situation has unfolded, I have to focus on improving my archery and horseback riding skills. Besides, the future of the Empire doesn't depend on me knowing which fork to use for a salad, but it certainly does hang on me using the golden bow properly. Priorities, baby, priorities. I'm walking down the corridor towards the apartment where my family is staying, and I hear someone running behind me. Let's go! Let's go, Levy! Celeste. Levy calls me by my first name like he always does when it's just him and Celeste. It's something the two of us agreed when we were younger. Levy stops before me and looks me up and down. I love this scene so much. Where have you been? I didn't notice when you left the throne room. You're not supposed to go anywhere without me. Father's orders. I know. I just forgot. I realized that I haven't been thinking about how Levy would feel if I suddenly disappear yet again. I'm not concerned about failing to follow his orders. I'm genuinely worried about you. He blushes and looks away. My heart quickens. Why though? Celeste has no romantic feelings towards Levy, but do I? I must admit he's very handsome and kind, and he's my favorite character in the book. Am I that much of a simp? I let out a long sigh. Levy looks back at me with a worried expression, and he looks at me up and down again. You're alright, are you not? He focuses on my face and frowns. You've been crying. He must notice my smudged makeup. I was, but I feel better now. I'm gonna lie. No, I haven't. I'm fine. No, I haven't. I'm fine. I can see the smudges of makeup and redness around your eyes. If there's something burdening you, you know you could tell me, right? I think about it for a moment. Even though I'm the one who's become the Saintess, Levy's fate somehow hasn't changed much. He's still being dragged on this dangerous quest to defeat the Demon Queen. He's not going along as a saint this time, just as Celeste's protector. Yet the end result is the same. He might die in my defense. The lady he served kind of died in the demon attack a few days ago. I'm not the Celeste he swore to protect. Yet I can't tell him the truth. I'm just overwhelmed by everything that's happened. I'll be fine if I had some time to process this turn of events. Alright, if you wish to speak with someone, I'll be happy to lend an ear. Thank you, Levy. I'm really grateful to have you at my side. Levy gives me a small smile. No matter what, I'll always protect you, Celeste. I'm afraid of what might happen if he thinks he does. If he does. I turn around walking towards my room. Let's go rest. We've had a long day ahead of us tomorrow. Time to start training for the quest. Yes. Wait, we didn't have a romantic moment. Where's our romantic moment? Wait, they got rid of the romantic moment. Ah! Wait, is it because I chose the wrong like thing? Did they just get rid of the romantic moment? Holy shit. What made you cry? I think I'm overwhelmed and suddenly becoming Saintess. I look down to his window against Celeste. Look back at Levy, staring at me with love and adoration. It hurts being on the receiving end of such feelings, knowing that they aren't really for me. No matter what happens, I'll always step by your side. Sorry to drag you into this quest with me. He would have been caught up in the mess anyways if he were the saint. He knows he's coming with you as Celeste tonight. What if Levy dies protecting me? My heart feels heavy. I must do my best to get as strong as possible. Don't say that. I swore I'd always protect you, didn't I? Back when I came here at night, remember? I recall Celeste's memory at that time. We were both 14 back then, and Levy took a knee in front of her and swore he would protect her until death did them part. Levy! He made his vow with such sincerity and forever. Yet I'm not the one who he swore to stay by his side. Besides, that person was Celeste. So now, he should be free from the oath since Celeste is kind of dead. I can't tell him the truth, though. On the spur of a moment, I gestured towards Levy. Levy, lean down, please. You're too tall. Tall for what? Levy gives me a puzzled look, but complies with my request. Yay! Okay, this is what I wanted. I press on my toes and kiss him on the cheek. Not as Celeste, but as Celine. I genuinely feel grateful to him and don't know how else to express myself right now.
Celeste?
Levy blushed and deep red and gets flustered. I didn't know there was different endings. Okay, that's important. Only when I lean back and smile at him do I realize I shouldn't be doing something so intimate to a man who loves a woman who once inhabited this body. I might be sending him the wrong message, especially after our earlier conversation.
I'm sorry. I just...
Don't be sorry.
Let's go, W. I love Levy.
I just wanted to express my gratitude.
Let out a sigh.
You always do your very best to protect me. Thank you.
You're welcome, but it's my job to take care of you.
I know you're not doing it just because it's your job.
Levy gives a startled look. I turn around and start walking towards my room before he can reply. Let's go, Levy. We need to rest. Training starts tomorrow. Training arc! So, this is when the demo actually ended. But since there's more stuff, this is the updated demo. We got more stuff. We got training day. The next day, I began training with the golden bow on the palace training grounds. Much as I expected due to the elaborate design, the bow proves difficult to use. I send the arrow after arrow flying targets, but I only hit one ever out of 10 times. Not only are my bow skills rusty, but the weapon isn't cooperating either. Finally, too frustrated to continue, I give up and try again tomorrow. I make my way to my room when Levy following behind me. This is a suicide mission. We're not going to come back to Soulless alive. Please, Noah, don't say such things in public. What if someone hears you? At the end of the corridor, two people stand to the side talking. The one who said something about a suicide mission is Noah. After our conversation in the garden the other day, his words don't shock me. What does surprise me, though, is he openly talking about this feelings with someone else. I hide behind a pillar to take a peek at the other person. The dark-skinned knight with her hair and buns must be Tarek. Ooh, hi! Hello, Tarek. Noah's right hand and leader of the palace guards. She's wearing armor with the Lokari Empire royal insignia on her chest, characteristic of the guards. The leader of the mission should believe in the quest's success. You cannot be heard doubting our ability to defeat the Demon Queen. It's just, I really have a bad feeling about Mother's request, Tarek. Why is she pushing us to go on the Demon Queen's castle so soon? Why can't we wait a few months until everyone feels ready and has practiced fighting as a team? We can't go against the Empress's orders, you know that. She said her reasons for the rush is the demon armies getting closer and closer to the capital. Yet the fiends are at least 3 weeks' journey from Solus on horseback, and they haven't made any significant movements towards us in the last decade. We've got time. The Empress seems to have different opinions on the matter. I just don't trust her. Noah, watch what you say. If suddenly she turns around and sheathes her sword. Who's there? She noticed me. I step out from behind a pillar, revealing myself. Oh, if it isn't the Saintess, welcome. Hello. How much of our conversation did you overhear? I told you, Your Grace, you should be more careful. I'm sorry for eavesdropping. I was just curious. This excuse is a sad one, but it's the truth. Noah takes a step closer to me. Oh, you're curious about me. Whoa. Whoa! He went from boo-hoo, my mom doesn't like me, to Suave, Mr. Suave. I didn't say. He leans in close to me, his face level with mine. He has his signature smirk on his face. I didn't know you were interested in me, Celeste. Okay, Mr. Suave! I finally understand what he's suggesting. He's flirting with me. That's not what I meant. I like how, like, we basically picked him up from the ground and was like, bro, we need to try our best. And he's like, damn, that's hot. Celeste is hot. Like, she said I need to try my best? That's kind of hot. That's not what I meant. I'm very pleased to win your attention, but if you wanted to know more about me, how do we get together for tea? He really is hitting on me. I feel embarrassed. I'm unsure how to respond. I'm not. Would tomorrow afternoon be okay for you? Noah, that he's letting me get a word in... Not that he's letting me get a word in edgewise anyway. Anger rises in my heart. I'm not interested in you. I'm not your girlfriend. I take a few steps back, putting distance between us. Noah chuckles. I let out a frustrated huff. I don't appreciate you flirting with me. Is that what I'm doing? You clearly are. The other day he wanted to kill me, and today he's playing with me. What a frustrating guy. So true. I'm leaving. I rush towards my rooms, my footsteps heavy. I feel furious at Noah for clearly making fun of me. Levy falls behind me like my shadow. That was kind of a cute interaction. I liked that interaction. I spend the next few days training with the golden bow. I increase my accuracy rate, but I'm still struggling to wield the weapon. Oh, hi Elijah. Did we all get a slice of everyone? Hi Elijah. How's training going? Should I be honest with him? I hesitate, but I know I need his help to access the bow's magic. Honestly, the training is not going great. I feel like the bow is fighting with me for control. The bow is supposed to be semi-sentient. It very well be that it hasn't fully accepted you. It hasn't fully accepted me. What should I do to make the artifact approve of me? Unfortunately, I don't know. Training will continue to be a struggle, won't it? I wanted to ask you something ever since I was chosen about the Saintess. You're the high priest, so you know a lot about holy magic, is that right? As such a human possibly can. I am the strongest light magic user in the Empire. Gosh dang. Ah, that's right. I remember that part of the book. Everyone thought Elijah would become the saint, but on his 18th birthday, he didn't get chosen. The previous high priest abdicated at that time, had passed on the role to Elijah, and that's how Elijah came to have such a high position at such a young age. The novel also said Elijah's light magic is abnormally strong. Could you teach me about light magic? Sure, but you have no magic of your own, you know that, right? I nod. Celeste was never a magic user, and the fact didn't change when I took over her body. But I have to defeat the Demon Queen with the Golden Bow's magic, right? So is there a way for me to access it? Yes, the artifacts like the golden bow do carry their own magic. You don't have to have a magical affinity of your own to use their magic. Although, already being trained in wielding magic would help you understand more easily how the bow's magic is used. Still, I can at least explain the basics to you, and then with practice, I'm sure you'll catch on. What if I don't understand what he tries to teach me? Will we be doomed to fail then? We gotta stop being so negative. We gotta be more positive. I swallow hard. I'm afraid I'll be a magical failure. No gloomy thoughts won't help the situation get any better. I need to focus on what Elijah can teach me and do my best to understand the golden bow's power. I really love, like, the thought process. Like, true. You don't have to focus on the positives and what you can control. Please teach me what you know about this artifact's holy magic. Sure. Can we get, like, a romantic moment, please? Elijah moves behind me, touching the hand I'm using to aim the golden bow. Close your eyes. I will pour some of my light magic into you so you can understand how magic flows through the human body. To access the golden bow's magic, you have to pull some of that magic towards you and let it enter your body. Be open to it. Don't struggle against the power. I close my eyes like Elijah commands. Feel his grip on my hand growing firmer. He's standing behind me, his chest pressed against my back so I can feel the heat of his body touching mine. The contact is quite intimate and it makes my cheeks flush with embarrassment. When I feel Elijah's magic enter my body, it's a gentle stream, not as strong as when he examined me for injuries a few days ago. Still, I can feel the magic coursing through my veins. Bro, relax against Elijah. I want to, but we have a mission, y'all. We have a mission here. What? We're on a mission here, y'all. Elijah told me to focus on the flow magic so I don't let myself succumb to the pleasant feeling of closeness. I focus on the power coursing through my veins instead. Do you feel how the magic is moving through you? Yes, I do. Elijah lets go of me and steps away, taking the comforting presence of his magic with him. I'm almost saddened, suddenly feeling like I've lost something important. I shake off the strange emotion. You must convince the golden bow to let you access its magic, then pull the power towards you and let it flow through your body. Okay, honestly, I'm kind of curious though. The feeling so comforting my body relaxes against Elijah's, leaning against him more this time. Ah, so cozy. I hear a chuckle from behind me. Elijah lets go of my hand, taking a step back. No, don't take that pleasant feeling away from me. The loss is so poignant. Poignant? I almost want to throw myself in Elijah's arm to feel his closeness again. Like his presence and magic has filled a void in my soul that I didn't know was there. Now that the feeling of cleanness is gone again, I'm devastated. You're quite susceptible to light magic, I must say. Oh. Elijah's flirty tone and the smirk on his lips made me snap out of my thoughts. That was flirty? was that flirty? I blushed a deep red. I realized what exactly did I want now? To throw myself at him? I barely know him. And it's only his magic making me feel drawn to him, right? My sudden yearning for Elijah had nothing to do with how handsome he is or how I like the sound of his voice or the fact that he's been very close to me, kind to me so far. Stupid hormones. I like how they're like stupid hormones. I didn't know that a little bit of magic can make me feel all flustered over a man. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. I enjoy your reactions. Okay, Elijah. Okay, priest. The fact that he likes how attracted I am to him or his magic makes the situation even worse. For real. Makes the situation even worse. I want to hide under a rock. Did you notice how my magic flowed through your body? Kind of, yeah. You know, I was kind of distracted by your body, but yeah, sure. I did notice. I noticed too much even. Yes, I did. You must convince the golden bow to let access method, blah, 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 blah. Only doing so will let you be able to aim that magic with your arrow and strike the demon queen when the time comes. I use my staff as a way to store magic. Even though I have magic in my own body, I can use more powerful spells with the staff's help. Just like what you do with the bow, I draw magic of my staff to my body so I can release the power as bolts of light. The human body is a conduit for an artifact's magic. I nod, trying my best to comprehend what Elijah's even saying. I'll try it out. Great, let me know if you have any more questions. I have to return to my office. You can find me there whenever you need me. I quite enjoyed our meeting today. Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm so embarrassed. After Elijah leaves, I return to practicing archery. I try to pull the bow's magic towards me like he instructed. But I can't replicate what the priest did. Even so, I keep trying. There's too much at stake for me to give up so easily. Okay, that's enough for me today. I can't overdo it or else I'll have the strength to train. I won't have the strength to train tomorrow. After a few stretches, I grab my bow and make my way to my room. Oh. In the palace corridor, I run into someone I hadn't expected to meet again. Oh my god, it's George! Greetings, Lady Celeste. George nods at me, putting his hand over his heart. I make my best attempt at a curtsy. Your Grace. George looks up and down at me. His eyes show concern. Are you doing okay? I am. You ran off the ballroom the other night and never returned. It's true that I embarrassed myself by running away from George and Penelope in the middle of our conversation. I was about to have an anxiety attack, so I needed to get away, but after I met Noah in the gardens and cried my eyes out, I was too tired to rejoin the party. I didn't want to be amongst people anymore anyways, especially nobles who were waiting for me to blunder. I've been worried for you, huh? Now that was unexpected. Why would George worry about me? We barely know each other. I've really been okay. I get the feeling he doesn't buy my words. Walk with me in the gardens. What? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to get to know one of the most important people in the Lokari Empire better. Okay. We walk for a while in the silence until we reach the less frequented part of the gardens. I've been meaning to ask you about something, but the dining table during the ball didn't seem like the right place. Could you tell me more about the demon that attacked you? Bro is here on politics. Bro is here on the job. Yes, of course. It was an imp, if I recognized it correctly. It was a small flying creature with a scorpion's tail, long horns, and sharp claws? Yes, that's right. It had a reddish gray skin and red wings with some symbols tattooed on them. They come in various colors, do they? Yes, imps are aplenty at the war front. They have a cruel nature, seeking to play their victims rather than outright kill them, like other monstrosities. Though they're relatively easy to kill with magic or arrows, if one can keep up with their swift movements, they know how to dodge attacks as well. Demons are more intelligent than humans give credit for. You know a lot about demons. I'm not sure how much you know about me. I used to be the general of the Lokari's empire, and I fought on the war front for years. The general? Yes, the highest ranking officer in the field. But aren't you very young to hold an important position? George chuckles. I'm momentarily stunned when I see his beautiful, carefree smile. You're one to judge. How old are you, George? Celeste just turned 18 this year. I was 3 years older when I died. Right. Yeah, you're right. Oh, he's 26 and, we're 18? I mean, not the craziest gap. Not the craziest gap, but like, George is a love option. Oh, so then you're not much older than me? What? I don't know, guys. You think 8 years is not much? In this world, whether there are bigger age gaps between couples in arranged marriages... Wait, why am I thinking about George as a love interest? He isn't even thinking of me. This question for me is to consider him romantically. It depends on what you're asking. I suppose you're right. It's just that I feel older than my age. The years I spent on the battlefront took a toll on me. Could you tell me more about the war? Sure, what would you like to know? The war has been going on for a few decades now. Is it really impossible to win without the Saint? We've encountered the Demon Queen herself on numerous occasions, but we couldn't kill her with our weapons or magic. Even light magic wielded by powerful priests could not breach her defenses. She has dark aura shield around her that deflects all incoming attacks. Nothing has been able to get through so far. And she keeps the demon army very well organized. They obey her commands even at the cost of their lives. Since demons value their own lives so little, they fight viciously and to the death. They're a difficult opponent to face. You've really seen the Demon Queen? Yes, although she can change her form. One moment she's a beautiful woman, next she's a horrifying monstrosity. I see. After making a circle around the gardens, we return to the corridor. I have to make my way to the palace now. Duty calls. Oh, I'm sorry for taking up some of your time. No, I wanted to talk to you. I needed a break sometimes too. If you have more questions about the war or the Demon Queen, don't hesitate to ask me when we have an opportunity to talk. I'd love to hear more about your roles as a general too. Ha! Really, ha? It's nice of you to be interested in me. I may or may have not answered you though, depending on the question. George clearly has his secrets, and I don't feel like I can pressure him for answers. He's already shared some useful information with me today anyways. Okay, thanks for talking to me. It was a pleasure. And Lady Celeste, I know you carry a heavy burden now, having the responsibility of the Saintess on your shoulders. But don't be so hard on yourself. You're trying your best. Wow, why is George kind of like... George is kind of a nice... He's kind of a gentleman, you know? He's kind of a gentleman. He's old. he's an old gentleman. Thank you. I'm only saying he's old because of the age gap, okay? Like, he's not actually old. We say our goodbyes and part ways. I found George very intimidating at first, considering his high position in the noble society, but he's actually a kind man, isn't he? Yeah, I know, he's kind of a gentleman. As I return to my room, I'm faced again with an unexpected encounter. Oh! Celeste, fancy running into you again. I fear I can't say the same, Your Grace. And here I was, waiting for the opportunity to apologize to you. How did Levy and Noah get together? That's what I want to know. Apologize? Maybe it's because Noah's like... Not Noah. Levy's like super cutesy. He's very shy. And then Noah's very aggressive. Quite unexpected of me, isn't it? Well, I'm glad you can finally change your mind about teasing me, Your Grace. Teasing you? You mean the way I'm keeping you on your toes? We both know that's quite entertaining for both of us. Oh god. Noah's that type of guy. He's pushy. But no, I wanted to say sorry about the other day at the garden. I was overly dramatic. Aren't you always? Period. You could say that. Still, we certainly agree that putting a sword to your throat is on another level than our usual conversations or even the way I acted towards Mother. Did I give you two some privacy? Tarek is just there. You don't have to, Tarek. I don't think I properly introduced you to Celeste. She's the head of the palace guards, isn't she? That's not what I meant. Tarek is also like a mother to me. Oh. She's been my personal guard since I was little before I promoted her to be my right hand. The person who keeps order in the palace on my behalf. Tarek looks so young, though. She's an important person to me. My link to my Durendi legacy. It always warms my heart when you speak so highly of me. How can I not? You're always supporting me, even when I had nobody to rely on. Your father, the late Emperor Consort, died when you were young, right? Since the Empress didn't have good relations with Noah, he had no other person he could call family. It's not surprising that he came to treat Tarek, his personal guard, as family. I already knew that much from the book, but seeing Noah bit of his love for Tarek still warms my heart. There is more to Noah than just annoyingly flirting with me, that's for sure. Yes, my father died when I was 6. I can't say I remember his face that well. If not the family's portraits, I would have already forgotten the way he looked. Because every day I stare at the mirror, I only see my mother's features. Her face, her hair color, the way we smile, they're all the same. The only thing I inherited from my father is the color of my eyes and my slightly darker complexion. Noah glances at Tarek. Sometimes I wish I could have more proof of my southern legacy than the skin that looks tan and the eye color unusual for the Lokari. Tarek's expression turns sad. She looks at Noah with both love and pity in her eyes. I too feel what Noah said deeply. Of course, he wants to know more about his father's side of the family and about his roots. It's not easy to be a person of mixed race, especially without family who can teach you about your culture. I'm glad Tarek was there for you, Your Grace. So am I. That's why, Celeste, I may sometimes be over-dramatic, some point even. It's the way I deal with the world. This is a weird turn of events. Noah's like being likable. But that doesn't mean I'm not sincere when I apologize to you. I'm really sorry for the day I didn't mean to scare you. That's okay. I'm not mad about it anyways. But aren't you a little angry? A little. Very well, I can accept that. I often find that anger is a great source of motivation to drive one forward. I hope you use that energy well. Just don't go overboard with being mad at me. I wouldn't want your anger to turn into a resentment. Alright. I like how it's just like, smile. Noah and Tarek escort me to my family's apartment where we say our goodbyes. The more I learn about Noah, the more I realize how human he is. He's multifaceted and individual, not just a character in a story, but a real person. We were all real people. I mustn't forget that. That was beautiful. Is your training going well? In the evening, Eurydice comes into my room. I'm happy to have her company. Eurydice has always been a ray of sunshine in Celeste's life. I'm glad the two of them have such a good relationship. I feel like an imposter by pretending to be Celeste in front of her twin sister. She hasn't figured out that I'm somebody else yet, so I continue acting for as long as I can. Not really. I let out a sigh and tell Eurydice about my training. I don't understand what High Priest means about accessing the Golden Bow's magic. Every time I think about the artifact letting me share in some godly power, nothing happens. It's frustrating. Eliza showed me how it could feel to receive the magic, but I can't reproduce the result. I have no affinity for magic. I don't understand what to do. Don't pressure yourself too much. It's only been a few hours since you even found out how light magic is used. You're right, I should be more patient. I'm just annoyed because the golden bow is so clunky and designed that aiming is hard as well. I glance at the offending object which rests next to my bed. It's like the golden bow is actively resisting me. I don't think that's possible. Well, I just said the gold bow is semi-sentient. Oh, well, it did have the will to choose its saint. I always thought choosing was all it could do though, except for killing the demon queen and acting like a normal weapon.
Do we have to fall in love with the golden bow, guys? Is the golden bow an option, a dateable option?
The golden bow is a mystery, that's for sure. I let out a long sigh. You should take some time off to relax. I can't. Now I know there's so little time to train. You're not going to be any good learning how to wield a bow if you're just trained constantly. The human body and mind have to take breaks from time to time. I know what we should do. Lady Penelope organizing a tea party in the royal gardens in 3 days. Who is Lady Penelope? The Duchess of Ventus. I looked through Celeste's memories book, come up with no information about the Duchess of Ventus. I have no idea who you're talking about. You sat next to her during the last ball. Feel myself going pale, then red. Duchess Penelope was one who wanted to embarrass myself further during dinner. That's not a good idea. I don't want to go to her tea party. Definitely not. The Duchy of Ventus is known to have its lavender fields and beautiful gardens. They also make the best honey in the empire. Now that you're the Saintess, the Duchess invited us to her tea party. Many other important people will be there too. All the more reason I shouldn't go. Please, Lady Letitia asked me to convince you to come. Duchess Letitia is a friend of Eurydice. Her family I know. They own vast fields, and the people working for them produce the majority of grain in the empire. Letitia is kind and compassionate. She took Eurydice into Entourage 2 years ago, elevating Eurydice's status in society. Celeste feels indebted to the Duchess. But if I don't, I have no desire to go to Lady Penelope's tea party and further embarrass myself. Lady Letitia says that now that you have such a high standing in society, you should take part in the politics of the Empire more often, Celeste. You're going on a quest now, but once you return home, you'll still be the Saintess. You have the chance to be very influential if you use your opportunities correctly. Nothing bad will happen with myself and Lady Letitia around. Please, Celeste. When Eurydice begs like this, I find her pleas hard to refuse. I don't want to go, but she has a point. I'm planning to survive the mission. The fact means I have a little future life beyond just fighting against the Demon Queen. I will return to the palace and have to be home for my etiquette skills. I don't want to end up as an important player in the politics of the Empire, but I also don't want to become an embarrassment to both myself and my sister. Alright, I'll go. With a heavy heart, I agreed to Eurydice's request. Really? Yes, really. Don't ask me again, or I might change my mind. Eurydice grabs my hands and jumps up and down, squealing. Yee! Now you're the one not acting like a noble lady. Oh, come on. Don't pretend like you care about acting prim and proper now. Thank you, Celeste. I have a bad feeling about the tea party. Now that I've agreed to go, I have to keep my word and do so no matter what. Ooh. The next day, I'm returning from training when I witness a commotion in the front doors of the throne room. People dressed in rags and with burns on their bodies, badly bandaged, wounds pressed up against the guards, who stand between the crowd and the entrance to the Grand Hall. Stop pushing. We need to see the Empress! Please, let us through! Mom, I'm hungry. Hush, love. I'll get you some food soon. I turn around to look at Levy. Any idea what's going on here? No, but it might be worth asking about it if you wish. I'll keep you safe. I nod. I want to find out what's wrong, so I can help. I approach the crowd from behind and tap one of the men on the shoulder. He turns and gives me a desperate look.
My lady, please help us.
What's going on? Who are you? We are refugees from Barwood, a town that was a mere hour's ride from the front lines. But 2 months ago, the demons reached our homes. They burned our lovely town to the ground. Yes, as my wife says, the Barwood is nothing but ash and ruin now. We took our families and walked all the way to the capital afoot to seek the help from our benevolent ruler. But our benevolent ruler doesn't want to see us. I look past them and see the throng of refugees crowding around the guards, press closer to the throne room entrance. How long have you been waiting for an audience? Since morning. We've run out of supplies and money. We're hungry. I wouldn't call the Empress a kind ruler, so I'm not shocked she doesn't give a damn about the refugees. If she hasn't wanted to see them since this morning, I doubt she ever will. I have no idea how to break the news to the couple. They're looking at me with such expectancy. I want to help them. No, I will help them. Levy, can you run to the kitchen and bring water and some bread and butter for the refugees? If the kitchen staff doesn't want to cooperate, tell them the Saintess sent you. I will go to Prince Noah. Maybe he can help, or at least tell them what we can do for the refugees. Yes, my lady.
Levy bows and runs off.
You're the Saintess, my lady? The Saintess! What I see in the eyes of the crowd is reverence. The emotion scares me. It's just me, Celeste. I don't feel like I'm a holy person. Still, I suddenly understand what the Saintess means to the common folk. People step closer, extending their arms to grab me. I grow afraid. Levy's not with me. I gotta go. I'll be back with help soon. I turn around and bolt away from the crowd, running quickly as my feet can carry me. The Saintess means so many different things to different people. A savior, a noble, a high standing, a perfect archer. Yet why do I feel like none of those titles suit me? She's got that imposter syndrome for real. Still, I want to help the refugees, so I run to Noah's office. Oh, what a green office you got. Noah's secretary leads me into the office where the prince is meeting with Tarek. Lady Celeste de Quieres, Saintess of the Golden Bow. I curtsy quickly and sloppily. Noah's office is spacious with large green rug in the middle and several pieces of expensive-looking artwork on the wall. I'm not interested in the decor right now, though. Oh, if it isn't a Saintess. You look radiant today. Must be. Don't start now, Noah. Noah drops his usual smirk, seeing I'm serious. What's going on? I'm in a group of refugees from the barwood in front of the throne room. They have been waiting for an audience with the Empress since this morning. They're thirsty, hungry, and have been festering badly tended wounds. There are men, women, and small children there, whole families who have run here from the battlefront. Yet the Empress doesn't want to see them. Please help, Noah. Noah gives me a long, expressionless anger. Even from my mother, this sort of behavior is too much. I agree with him, but it's not my place to say anything. Thank you for bringing the matter to my attention. I'll do anything in my power to help them. I'll find the refugees new homes in the capital, and I'll make sure they're fed. Thank you, Noah. Oh, let's go, Noah! Let's go, Noah! What is the palace guard doing when there's so many people in need there? The guard is protecting the entrance to the throne room. That's... Have a word with William. Clearly, the Empress doesn't want to deal with the refugees. Celeste, can I ask you for a favor? What is it? You go by the priest's office and summon a healer or two who can tend to the refugees. I would send one of my own people, but I'm not sure whose side of the Empress and who's loyal to me anymore. I think the matter of the refugees should be taken care of quietly behind my mother's back. Tarek will help me arrange accommodations and food for the refugees, but I would like for them to heal as well. I don't trust anyone else not to blabber what we're doing. Of course, I can go to the church wing and ask the priests. I'm sure they'll be happy to help once they're aware of the matter. I nod, say my goodbyes, and leave the office. And then we get to see Elijah! Never been to the wing of the palace where the priests reside, and neither has Celeste, so I ask a servant for directions. Soon, I find the door to the priest's office. I knock. Come in. We get to see all the offices! Wow! I enter a lavishly decorated room. To the left, numerous cabinets support shelf on the shelf of thick spined books, while the large, beautiful painting hangs on the opposite wall. Whoa, hi! 3 people sit behind desks. To my left, a green-haired man with a scowl on his face is looking through the large stacks of paper, not sparing me a glance. His table is decorated with shiny crystals. How curious. To the right, the priestess with curly red hair looks up from the architectural plans of a huge building where she's drawing something with red ink. She gives a pleasant smile. Hello, hello. At the podium in the back is Elijah's desk. The high priest gives me a surprise when he sees me. You've come to visit me so soon, Saintess. That's the Saintess? The woman looks up and down and smiles again. I'm so happy I could finally meet you. I'm Meredith, the overseer of the construction of the cathedral in Solus. I didn't even know there was a cathedral being built in the capital. Further evidence of how little Celeste cares about anything other than hunting and horseback riding. The Saintess, huh? I'm Gareth. Elijah's right hand.
Ooh, hi Gareth. I love me a long-haired guy.
Gareth barely spares me a glance. He must be really busy organizing his paperwork. I'm here because I want to ask you a favor, High Priest. It's fine to call me Elijah.
Okay, hi Elijah.
How can I help? I said Garth and Meredith. I look at Garth and Meredith, unsure if I should speak while they're here. Garth and Meredith are my most trusted people. You can tell me anything you need in their presence. Is something wrong? I guess Elijah thinks it's fine, then I'm okay to speak to these two subordinates around us. A crowd of refugees have gathered outside the throne room. They've come from Barwood, near the battlefront, and want an audience with the Empress. They wish to ask her for help. They have nothing but what they managed to salvage from their own town before it was burned. They're hungry and badly wounded. Oh my gosh. Alice Terry, welcome in. How's the game? It's pretty good. This is all new content from the demo. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm actually curious on how much like is left, because it says there's 4 hours. They said there's 4 hours of gameplay, and we are at like we're at 2 hours right now. But there just doesn't. How are you? Happy Friday. But the Empress doesn't want to see them. Please, Elijah, could you use your light magic to heal their wounds? Of course I will. You don't have to ask me twice. Gareth, you come with me. What? But the paperwork! The documents can wait. I know how much you hate having to organize them anyways. Healing's not a break, but I'll help. Gareth gets up from his seat and grabs 2 heavy bags from underneath his desk. Supplies to clean wounds and apply medicine are the non-magical way. Let's go. Meredith, please take care of the office while we're away. Of course. Altera says I come by to say hi. Thank you. Keep you company. I appreciate it. Happy Friday. Yeah, I don't know how much content's left. Elijah, Gareth, and I leave the priest's office and walk in the corridor of the front room though. I actually am enjoying it so far. It's basically like a little game already. Both Noah and Levy have returned. Levy and the other servants are distributing water and bread from the kitchen to all the people in the need. I kind of want bread now. Them talking about bread makes me want bread. Wearing a serious expression on his face, Noah talks with the couple I spoke to earlier. Tarek takes notes from the conversation on a notepad, her quill moving quickly and efficiently. That's good. Getting the game soon. I have no idea when the game comes out, but the Kickstarter comes out soon. I should probably look up when the Kickstarter comes out. The Kickstarter is on the 19th. March 19th. Their hands glow as they use healing magic. Is there anything else I can do to help? Ooh! Ooh! We get to choose who we can be with. Wah, 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 wah. I mean, like, I don't even have a preference. I think I like Levy the most. But I kind of want to ask Noah if there's anything else he can do. I approach Noah, listening to his conversation as he speaks to the couple I talked to earlier. I'm the mayor of Barwood, or rather used to be. Now I'm just the mayor of the ruins. Ha! Bro has a sense of humor, even though his town's burned to the ground. Our home's burned to the ground. I'm so sorry for your loss. Man huffs. It's war. The front line has been shifting towards Barwood for months. Even so, we held on to the hope that the saint would be chosen before our homes were destroyed. The miracle didn't happen, but the man looked to me. At least now we finally have the Saintess. Maybe one of the Demon Queen is defeated. The ruins of our town will stop burning, and we can return home and rebuild Barwood. No, it's true that the fire demon cast on the building is ever burning. We stayed at the area for a week to organize ourselves for our journey here. The town is still burning when we ran off. We sent scouts to town to see if anything was salvageable. When they returned, they said the fire was still hot and widespread when the demons first attacked. It must be magical. That's valuable information for our quest. Our party will most likely have to pass through Barwood on the way to defeat the Demon Queen. If the town has finally stopped burning when we arrive, we will reach the ruins. Thank you. I doubt anything valuable remains in Barwood. That chapter of our lives is over. We just want to move on now. I'll help as much as I can. The Empress doesn't seem to want to get involved in the situation though. It's her job to handle matters regarding refugees. I must go behind her back to help you out, so I'll need to be careful on how I approach the situation. I appreciate your help. I appreciate any help you can offer. The man looks around. You're already helping plenty by distributing provisions and healing the wounded. I want to help further though. I can organize accommodations for you and help your people find jobs too. I can also provide rations until you're ready to stand on your own feet. I'll be right back, guys. Break time! I'm sorry. I am back. Ooh. I'm gonna take a drink. Okay. You really do this much for us. Won't the Empress get angry with you getting involved with us? She will, but I won't be the first time I've gone against her. I'm leaving the place in 3 weeks anyways. I won't have to deal with her anger for long. Is there anything else I can do to help? In my office, I have a ledger with addresses of people who agreed to provide shelter should a situation like this arise. The information is a bit disorganized, so I won't ask you to be the only one to pull it from the book. Tarek was familiar with how I noted down everything. Can we date Tarek? Tarek, please go to the office and use the information in the ledger to make lists of homes that should be able to take in refugees. Understood. In the meantime, Celeste, you can help me talk to families here. We should note down which people want to stay together so we can assign families to the homes more easily later. Oh, okay. Is that plan alright with you? Of course, I want to help however I can. Excellent. You want to be the one to talk to the families or the one taking notes? I can't risk Noah realizing I'm unable to write in the language of their local Lokari Empire. A noble lady who couldn't write would be very strange. I'm very glad he gave you an option that doesn't require writing. I'd rather talk to people. Alright, let's get started then. Tarek leaves for Noah's office. Noah and I approach the families one by one. There are really a lot of people here, but everyone is really cooperative, so we managed to comply the list to 2 hours. Ooh, it's nighttime. The sun sets, the sky turning dark. Tarek returns to her own list. It's about the same size as ours from what I can tell. I'm surprised there are so many people here ready to help those in need. It took me years to find willing contracts. Still, some of them may refuse us. Regardless, we should have enough space to house everyone. If not, I will buy out a few inns while I look for more people to help. I give Noah a long look. They say you're the Mad Prince, that all you disobey is the Empress. Of course, I know him from the book that there's a lot more to Noah than the reputation, yet Celeste's only opinion of him is based on Noah being the Mad Prince. And do you agree with that image of me? I do see you as someone who's not afraid to speak up, even if doing so means going against the Empress. You're also a well-organized and charismatic leader. Well, rumor has it that you're a Count de Quieres good-for-nothing daughter, yet look at you now, organizing help for refugees. Aw, they're kind of cute though. They both have bad reputations. I can't stand by it when I see people in need. I appreciate the sentiment. Not everyone is ready to aid others. I might have said before that all one needs to be a good Saintess is good skills in archery. However, over the last 2 decades, while waiting for the bow to choose its wielder, the idea of a saint has become a beacon of hope for our people. They need the chosen one to be so much more than a talented archer. I'm glad the golden bow chooses someone who cares for the well-being of others. Noah's right. The more I learn about the role of the Saintess, the more I realize that there's more to the position than just shooting arrows at the Demon Queen's heart to kill her. Thank you for helping. You were right to come to me. I'm glad you did. W. Noah and Tarek start assessing people for their temporary homes. Since I can't be of any more help, I excuse myself back to my room. I'm tired at the same time. I'm happy I was able to help the refugees. Aim and release. I spent the next 2 days practicing archery with renewed purpose. The threat of the Demon Queen's army feels more real to me than having witnessed the plight of Barwood's refugees. I know who I'm fighting to keep safe, and I'm ready to do more. This war isn't just a part of a story anymore. It's really happening. Arrgh, I missed again. The golden bow doesn't want to listen to me. I feel like it's actively fighting me. Amen. The idea is ridiculous enough, though. It's just a bow with magic. It couldn't really be sentient like Elijah said. Or could it? Release. Yet I'm living a fantasy world. So isn't everything theoretically possible? I know that there are some bounds to magic, but I haven't been thoroughly trained on the topic, so I'm not sure on the specifics. I miss again. Stupid bow. Even so, I don't give up. I aim and shoot again, and miss again and again. Sometimes I hit the target only to miss over and over once more. Ouch. At some point, I pull the bow wrong. Maybe I'm tired of making arrows fly crazy over the past few days. My hand is bleeding. I look at the redness gathering in my palm. I can't continue shooting the bow with an injured hand. Even if I bandage my hand, I won't be able to shoot. The motion will hurt too much. I need healing. Healing magic is still a strange concept to me as someone from Earth. Yet holy magic would indeed close the wound quickly so I can continue my training. I've already seen proof of Elijah and Gareth healing skills during this situation with the refugees. I look around trying to find Levy. I see him engaged in a mock combat with one of the other knights. I don't want Levy to find out I'm injured. From what I've seen in Celeste's memories, he always flips out whenever his lady is hurt. I'll just seek out the priest on my own. I know the way to the priest's wing now. I shouldn't need much time to get the wound healed and return here. I make my way through the corridors, palace. I pass by the chapel, the doors open, I peek inside. Elijah is standing in front of the pedestal where the golden bow used to be, his hands joined together in prayer. He has a contemplative look on his face. He must be praying to the god of light. He could heal my hand, but I wouldn't want to interrupt this serene scene. Just when I was about to leave, I hear a voice behind me. You are free to approach me whenever you want. I turn around and step in the chapel. I'm sorry, you were praying. I didn't want to interrupt you. Is that so? I can pray anytime, but I can only talk to you when you're around. Ah. Somehow I'm embarrassed by his words and the smirk on his face. First, Noah and Elijah. Why do all these guys around Celeste want to flirt with her so badly? I suppose I can officially assume that Elijah is into me. Huh? Wait, am I dumb? Is he like flirting with us? Because I don't think he is. I guess it's because he's smirking? Girl, I don't know if he's flirting with you, honey. You might be delusional on that. I am not getting any flirting vibes from Elijah, but I could be wrong. I mean, he's kind of mischievous, but flirting? I don't know about that. But you know, maybe we're just delusional. Sure, Elijah's into us. What exactly about Celeste, about me, does he find so interesting? Their interest could work in my favor, given the love requirement for the defeating the Demon Queen. If only it wasn't myself and knew how to flirt with a guy. Elijah came closer to me, and he looks down, noticing my bleeding hand. You're injured. I was just going to the priest's wing to get my hand healed. I overdid it at the archery practice. And you want to get this wound patched up so you can overdo it all again? We're leaving in 3 weeks. There's no time for me to practice using the bow. How's the training going? Slowly. I feel like the bow doesn't want me to wield it. I can't wrap my head around the concept of a bow being sentient. You're convinced it doesn't want to shoot for you? Maybe you're the one blocking its power. Maybe he's right. I'm an uneducated person who has no comprehension of magic. Perhaps I'm rejecting the golden bow instead of the other way around. I'm not sure. I need to think about it. I hold down on my hand. Elijah follows my gaze. May I heal you? Yes, I would be happy if you did. I need to touch you to do so. I like how he always asks for consent. You notice how I've been responding to his touch and his magic so far. Just being near Elijah makes me embarrassed. Maybe I'll find another priest. Oh my god. Maybe I should find that priest. You can touch me to heal me. Elijah takes out my hand on his own and I can't help but feel shy. His magic pours into my hand slowly, its power bringing me that pleasant feeling of being home. The wounds close in a minute, fully healed, leaving no scar. Elijah lets go of my hand. I use every ounce of my will to resist reaching out to him. Why does his magic have such a strong effect on me? Here, don't overdo archery practice again. Though I'm sure you will anyway. Come by my office if you're bleeding again. I hate to see you hurt. He does? That's kind of sweet. Or is it just such a response normal from a healer? There's so much I don't know about Elijah. Girl is reaching. Girl is reaching. Oh my goodness. His role in the book was so much to be part of the love triangle between himself, Levy, and Noah. The novel didn't really go much detail about him as it did with Noah and Levy. Did Elijah have a lover in the church before the events of the book happened? Or he never been in a relationship? I don't think I'm close enough to ask him about his love life. Or maybe one day I will, and then the mystery of Elijah will unravel itself. What is it? Elijah noticed how quiet I've been. Thank you. No problem. What's on your mind? He's a mind reader. Just joking. He's not dropping the subject. Forgive me if I shouldn't ask this question, but we've interacted a few times, and I realize I know so little about you. Elijah laughs, a cheerful and carefree sound. What would you like to know more about me, of all people? I'm not sure why I'm so interested in Elijah. I can't deny the truth, though. I really do want to know more about him. Fine, I'll tell you something else about me. Oh, so he's taking pity on you? Well, I'm interested in hearing what he has to say. I have 3 brothers. I was born a commoner, a farmer's son. When I turned 10, an affinity for light magic was tested, and I found out I was very strong at wielding holy powers. That's why my parents decided to give me to the church. I spent the next 10 years training as a priest and honing my magical skills. Do you miss your parents? I've seen them only 3 times since they gave me up. No, I don't. We don't have strong connections. Same with my brothers. If anything, my family was relieved to have one less mouth to feed. That's cruel. That's just life. Goddamn, Elijah. That's just life. Farmers don't have it easy, especially with the threat of demons looming closer and closer each year. My parents have a farm that's only a week away from the battlefront by horseback. Should nothing change and the demons continue to advance, the farm will be destroyed by the end of the next decade. He talks about the possible destruction of his parents' farm with such a detached tone. He really doesn't have any warm feelings for his family. My colleagues from the church quickly became my family. Gareth and Meredith mostly. We all graduated from the church collegium together 2 years ago. A month later, I turned 18. It was time for me to test to become the saint. Many people thought I would be the chosen one, giving my strong affinity for holy magic. I even took some archery training to prepare, realizing the odds were high for me to be the saint, though I'm nowhere near as skilled as shooting the bow. Yet the golden bow didn't choose me. However, the time has come for the head of the church to change. So knowing I wasn't the saint and taking into account my achievements and skills, the previous high priest nominated me for the position. We're getting the lore drop of Elijah. I was selected and became the new high priest. I've held the role ever since. Do you like being the high prince? It's a lot of paperwork and making major decisions. I do enjoy the job most of the time. Has the information I've given you satisfied your curiosity? Truth be told, I'm more interested in small things like Elijah's favorite food or color. Though I shouldn't be. We're nowhere near close to ask such personal traits. The tidbit he shared about his relationship with his family, it was new to me, but the rest I already knew from the book. None of it helped me figure out why I'm so interested in Elijah. Still, I feel like it would be improper to do anything else at this point but nod and agree with him. Thank you for sharing more about yourself with me. I'm happy to quench your thirst of knowledge regarding myself. Now then, I need to return to the office. It was nice chatting with you, Saintess. We should talk more often. With those words, we walked out of the chapel without sparing me another glance. How curious. In a sense, I do know more about Elijah now, yet I realize just how much more I might need to learn so I can figure out why I feel an attraction towards him. I shake my head. I've got training to do. So weird. I return to the training grounds. Levy hasn't noticed my absence. I'm glad. I didn't want him to worry. Take the golden blow in my hand and stare it down. You're not going to win against me. I knock an arrow in the bow again and aim. Continue to train until I tire myself out. The next day comes. I realize it's time for the Duchess Penelope's tea party. Yay, Linda! I always want to pretend I've forgotten about the occasion, especially when Eurydice and Linda waltz into my room to get ready for the outing. The tea party is most informal affair of the ball or an audience with the Empress, so I opt in for a more modest dress. We arrived at the Royal Gardens just in time for the event. Tables are set up and landed with so many colorful cakes to my mouth waters. If only I wasn't a noble lady, I suppose to mind my manners and eat daintily. Otherwise, I would have taken a full cake of each flavor all for myself. Considering how physically demanding archery training was, I could use some extra calories anyway. The Duchess Penelope. Let's approach and greet her. Eurydice points to the lady whose long purple hair is adorned with a butterfly pin. While preparing me for the party, Linda Eurydice made sure to drill information about the Duchess into me. Lady Penelope's family has a lot of land as well as a large palace in the countryside surrounded by beautiful gardens. Supposedly there are a lot of butterflies flying around. Eurydice has been to the Ventus mansion a few times as part of Duchess Letitia's entourage. Although Penelope is only her late 20s, she's one of the most important players in politics of the Lokari Empire. Her influence is second only to Duke George's. Duchess Letitia has a large following of nobles as well. To be precise, Penelope and George are the leaders of 2 powerful opposing political factions. Lady Duchess Titia has her own following and doesn't engage with the 2 of them often. The war is nothing. It's far away and doesn't concern those of us who are in the capital. Why should we worry about something that will never bother us? You're right, Lady Penelope. Are the demons even real? I hold back a long sigh. Duchess Penelope is the leader of the faction that believes less money should be spent on the war against the Demon Queen. I didn't realize until now her beliefs were this stupid. Meanwhile, Duke George believes the Empress should engage more directly in war. He'd also like that more money be invested in technologies research so that the army can be better equipped to fighting fiends. In his opinion, the Empire needs to be ready to stand in the ground until the Saint emerges. So now I've been chosen as the Saintess. The army only has to hold the front line until I can defeat the Demon Queen. I side firmly with George's belief. He isn't here today, though. This tea party seems to be a women-only event. Even if it wasn't, though, I doubt Penelope would have invited her nemesis to her private gathering. I mean, have any of us ever seen a demon? What if they're nothing like a myth? The Barwood refugees beg to differ. Eurydice gives me a look, clearly telling me to hold back my comment, yet I can't stand and listen to Duchess' stupidity any longer. I have, you know. Have what? Seen a demon? Penelope looks between me and Eurydice. Her cruel smile from the night of the ball returns, and my blood freezes in my vein. Well, if it isn't the daughter of Count de Quieres, Eurydice and the Saintess Celeste, was it? Oh, she knows very well who I am. I bet the whole court has been gossiping about me ever since I got chosen to be the Saintess. That's right. Hello, Lady Penelope. Thank you for inviting us to your tea party. I thought it would be entertaining if we got to talk to the Saintess, considering her reputation. So tell me, Lady Celeste, did you really kill a demon? I was right. Gossiping has really spreading around me. Yes, that's true. The whole gathering of noble ladies let out shocked gasps. No, she couldn't have. That's so savage. I bit my lip. I should have expected such a reaction. I'm far from the norm when it comes to acting like a noble lady. Thank you for the drink. Drink. Why did I agree to come here? Oh, it's Letitia. Now, it's not like Lady Celeste could control the fact that a demon attacked her. She merely acted in self-defense. By killing the imp by herself, she saved her own life. I turn around, giving the lady who spoke up a grateful look. She has long braided orange hair and a kind smile. Duchess Letitia. Still, being attacked by a demon, it's not something she could control. Right. Lady Penelope huffs. She walks over to one of the cake's table. I want cake! When she turns around, she claps her hands and has a smile on her face that can almost be considered pleasant. Oh my god, look at her face. Let's get the tea party started. I'm so looking forward to the shortcake. The atmosphere changes instantly. Excited chatter ensues. The ladies make their way over to the cake, taking a little bit into their plates. Servants are nearby, but we're supposed to choose the cakes for ourselves today. Eurydice sits down Lady Titia's entourage. I'm not sure where I should sit. I don't recognize anyone else except my sister and her favorite lady. Sit down with us. I nod, relief washing over me. I take a seat next to Eurydice. There's one more free seat next to me, but nobody takes it. Among small talk, we dig into the cake. Thankfully, I know the proper way to eat sweets, so I don't embarrass myself this time. We talk to Duchess Letitia's table. It is much more pleasant than any conversation with Lady Penelope. I relax. At some point, Lady Letitia gives me a pointed look. You really should be more careful what you're saying, Lady Celeste, for your own good. But what Duchess Penelope said was just stupid. The other ladies give me a startled look. Letitia lets out a long sigh. That's what I'm talking about. It's fine for you to have your opinion. Nobody will force you to agree with her. But you're the Saintess now, an important person in the political climate of the Lokari Empire. You may not feel like your role has changed, especially since your reputation still follows you. However, people are listening carefully to everything you say or do. You're a public figure now. I bit my lip and look away, embarrassed. I'm sorry that I'm so inadequate. Duchess Penelope doesn't believe in that war is important. Duke George has the opposite opinion. If you wish, you may formally join the side of either of them, or you may choose to stay politically neutral, like I am. You're focused on the quest to defeat Demon Queen now, but a time will come where you have to return to your journey and you will still be the Saintess. Think carefully what you will do. I like how they assume that I'll be back alive. It may be the demon army will disperse once their leader is slain, or we may have to fight the remaining demon hordes for decades to come. The debate between Penelope and George may become unimportant, or it may grow into a more heated topic in the court. Be mindful of what impact your words have and choose them wisely. I wonder if this is like relevant to like the ending. Thank you for your advice. The Duchess really has given me something to think about for the future. I've been so focused on training and I haven't thoroughly considered the politics for my situation. Lady Titia is right though. The Saintess is more just a tool to end the war. I'll think carefully about what you said. What's with the long faces? Someone slid into the seat next to me. A man! What's a man doing at this all-girls party? Oh god. The music changed! I turn around to see Noah sitting next to me with a wide grin on his face. Noah, what are you doing here? I was taking a break from work and decided to go for a walk in the gardens. I saw you were having a fun tea party, so I figured I'd crash it. Just like that, you figured you'd crash it? Perks of being the crown prince. I glare at Noah. He chuckles. This table is talking about such serious matters, though. Why don't you ladies enjoy yourself more? Especially you, Celeste. I hear you're training really hard. I am. That's good. I like women who know their way around weapons. Oh my god. I blush at the implication of what Noah just said. He's flirting with me again, making me embarrassed. And this time he's doing it in front of a table full of wide-eyed noble women. Noah. I give the prince a serious look. Why are you teasing me so much? My words startled him. Why? Please stop flirting with me. It's really bothering me. You're sending the wrong signals, acting like you're really interested in me. You don't know me enough to be so casual with me. I shouldn't be this casual with him either, but his words set a tone for this exchange and now I can't hold back the bite from my voice. What if I have a good reason for flirting with you? Oh, so he agrees he's flirting with me this whole time. What good reason? I rather enjoy seeing you both blushing and mad. You're a great distraction from the organization, the party for our quest. Besides, I know I can be serious when needed. He's referring to me when we work together to resolve the refugee situation. I can't help but feel mad regardless. I don't want to be your distraction. Please stop teasing me. Noah throws his head back and laughs. There you are, getting all mad and flustered again. That shade of blushing pink really looks lovely on your face. Noah! Some people would really like Noah. Not me. Not me. Prince Noah. This is supposed to be a women-only tea party. Duchess Penelope approaches us with a frown on her face. I've had my fill of Celeste's expressions anyway. I'll be going. Noah, people will get the wrong idea. Have you seen me care what the court says about me? I hadn't. They called him Mad Prince though, and he was really living up to the name right now. Bye, Celeste. Good luck on the training. Good luck, my lady. Oh, goodbye, my ladies. The cake was excellent. He managed to snug a piece of cake during the conversation. Now he loads a bunch of cakes onto a plate before walking off. Honestly, fair. I wish I could act with so much freedom. Yet, Lady Titia told me I can't act how Noah does. A shame, really. That was, let's continue the tea party. The rest of the party is uneventful, if a bit boring. However, considering how hard I worked the past week, I appreciate being able to just sit down and take part in light conversation. Eurydice was right about this outing being good for me. I avoid interacting with Lady Penelope and her entourage for the rest of the party, sticking with Letitia and her ladies instead. I don't embarrass myself any further. A few days later, after countless failed attempts at accessing the Golden Bow's magic, I visit Priest's office again. Saintess? Elijah's here with Gareth and Meredith again. Gareth gives me a small wave, not looking up from his paperwork. Meredith smiles and nods at me before returning her attention to the plants in front of her. I wanted to talk to you, Elijah. I've got some questions about religion. Know thy enemy, or as they say. In this case, my enemy is either the Golden Bow or God of Light himself. I know too little about either of them to face head-on. Is that so? Elijah gives me a wide look. He walks to the door on the right side of the office and opens it. Let's not distract Gareth and Meredith then. Come in. He gestures to the door. I walk up to the podium and enter the room. Oh. I find myself in a cozy living room with a beige decor. The plants are even more plentiful than in the office. What is this place? This is my... What? We're in my apartment? This is my living room? Whoa. Sit down, I'll make us some tea. Elijah disappears through the door and leading deeper into his apartment, so I assume. I sit down on the couch trying to relax. Kind of a nice apartment. Elijah returns after a while and pours us both some tea. He takes a seat in the armchair. Do you like plants? I gesture to the decor around us. I do. They're God's creations. They feast on the light he gives, and it helps them grow. Does Elijah know about photosynthesis? The view he just had must be some myth of the religion he's surprisingly close to scientific reality. What would you like to know about religion? Ooh. What exactly is the god of light? Can you tell me more about him? He doesn't have a mortal form. He doesn't resemble us humans. Even so, he's often depicted as a human with wings, an angel. We talked to the god of light. He really is just a formless mass of golden, glowing, warm light. I frown. That description reminds me of the time I was reincarnated. Is it possible I merely met the god of light himself? Obviously, I can't tell Elijah that encounter, or he might consider my story a blasphemy against his god. The god of light loves us. He's kinder than any being in the world. That's why when the demons attack, he gave us the means to defend them. He is a deity that interferes with the mortal world, but not directly. Divine intervention. He gives humans the golden bow crafted by the blessed blacksmiths, but he wouldn't come down from his pedestal to instantly resolve our problems. Humans have to save themselves. He just makes doing so easier, especially if we believe that the golden bow is really the only weapon that can defeat the Demon Queen. 2 decades of trying to kill her through different means are proof enough that the logic of the book is sound. I'm kind of curious how the world came to be. How did the world come to be? First there was darkness, there was no life, then a small spark appeared in the world. The spark formed the god of light. The god was lonely though, so he created the world as well as the sun and the moon to shine down his creation. Then he breathed life into nature, but the world still felt empty and lonely to him, so he made various animals, some friendly, some dangerous. He finally created humans, his most complex children. Afterwards, God made himself a home on the sun, where he watches us every day. At night he sleeps, but the moon shines on the world as his guardian. Sounds like a pretty standard fantasy creation myth. Kind of boring, but it works for this kind of world. Why are the demons attacking Lokari Empire? Why, indeed. The demons are not of this world. 20 years ago, a portal opened to another world, the demon's domain. Fiends poured out into the terror of reality, and we only want to destroy what is alive. They are pure evil. Their very existence is blind on this beautiful world God created for us. However, they are not made by God's hand. He cannot directly influence them. That's why he gave us the golden bow and chose its saint. Now we'll be able to get rid of the Demon Queen using God's pure power and embed it within the artifact. This is a nice Q&A. Hopefully once the Demon Queen is gone, the rest of the demons will stop attacking. That is my hope as well. What is the blessed blacksmith? Cement Ceros. He's still alive, even though nobody but the Empress knows where he lives. He's gone into seclusion. Too many people want to worship him as if he's a god of light himself. He prefers to live an ordinary life. Oh my god, we're gonna meet the blacksmith, I swear. As far as I know, he's a farmer somewhere in the west of here and has nothing to do with the demons and religion anymore. Good for him. He's gone through enough with the Lokari Empire. I agree with that sentiment. If you're wondering if he knows more about the golden bow than I do, the answer is no. He simply received a vision showing him the kind of weapon to create, and he made the bow from that image. The god of light blew his power into Clement's creation. That's how the golden bow came to be. Happy to talk. There's one more thing I want to ask you about. The question might be random, but please hear me out. Is there a mention of love in the context of the religion of the god of light? Love? Silence falls between us. Elijah gives me a long look. I let him think. There is God of Light's love for his children. There may be more in large tomes of the Lokari Empire that have from my collegium years. It includes myths from ancient times. I haven't read the book in a while, so my memory is rusty. I can give it to you to browse. I wouldn't be able to read the book since I don't know the Lokari Empire's alphabet, but I think it might be rude and strange if I refuse them. I might have to take it home from Elijah or risk drawing suspicion of myself. I would appreciate that. Elijah gets up from his seat and walks over to the large bookcase, takes out a large book with a navy cover and hands it to me. If something about love in the context of religion comes to mind, I'll find you and let you know. I take the book from him and nod. I realize that for the first time in a while, I have finally relaxed around Elijah. I've been just enjoying the conversation and tea. When he speaks of matters he knows well, he has an aura of serenity to him. Though I can't help but notice something else in his expression. It's like an atmosphere of sadness around him. When he smiles, his eyes don't always shine. Ask him about the sadness surrounding him. It's inappropriate. Don't. We're gonna ask him. Elijah, why are you sad sometimes? Before I can stop myself, the question pops out of my mouth. Sad? Elijah's eyes widened. He gives me a shocked expression, then quickly looks away. It's probably because he wasn't chosen. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? When he looks back at me, he has a smirk on his lips. Are you asking that because you want to cheer me up, Celeste? He winks at me, my cheeks heat up. He's flirting with me again. Obviously his change in demeanor means to avoid the question, but I can't help but feel embarrassed. Never mind, forget that I asked. You told me everything I need to know. I'll study the book you gave me. Thank you, Elijah. I'll be on my way. Damn, we don't get to know why he's sad. L. I almost ran out the door. Elijah chuckles, follows me out. I ran out of the office. Well, I don't want to deal with Meredith, and Gareth asks me why I'm so pink in the face. I only relax when I'm back in my room. Look at the heavy tome Elijah gave me. Let out a long sigh. I wish I could read this book. I really want to know if it contains anything important on this quest. I have no idea how to access the information on its pages. I can't read the Lokari Empire alphabet. It's a miracle I can even speak the language at the very least. Unfortunately, I won't be able to learn how to read and write in such a short time that remains so we can embark on the journey to the Demon Queen's castle. What should I do? A knock on the door takes me on my grim thoughts. Lady Eurydice de Quieres has arrived. Levy's voice can be heard on the other side. I wasn't expecting Eurydice today, but often pops at random times to see me in between all the tea parties she attends. I'm always happy to see Celeste's twin sister. She can enter. Eurydice enters the room with a bright smile and spring in her step. She walks over to the vanity where I'm sitting, hunches over Elijah's now closed book. You're reading the Almanac of Lokari Empire? You know this book? Yes, of course. It was required reading for us when we first started learning about the Empire and the God of Light. It's not an easy read. You almost threw your copy out of the window in frustration. Sounds like something Celeste would do. Still, if Eurydice knows the contents of the tome, I might be able to get the information I need from her. Do you remember the contents of Almanac well? I think so. Our tutor had us memorize passages, and I wasn't resistant to the idea as you were. Why did you pick this up? Why did you pick up this hated read again? I got the tome from Elijah. He said there might be beneficial for me to review the contents again. But I'm getting a headache trying to shift through the reading. Sounds like you. You can ask me what you want to know. If I remember what the book said about the topics, I will share. Thank you, Eurydice. You're a blessing. What would you do without your sister? It would be quite a loss if not for me. There's nothing I could do but agree with that statement. Ooh. Is there anything about love in the context of the Empire's religion in the book? Love? There's plenty about the God of Light's love for his humans. That's not what I mean. I don't remember any mentions of love. Why do you want to know something so strange? Uh-oh, I should be more careful with questions. Yet love was the most important thing I was searching for in the tome. Still, I can see the question might be seen as strange. Never mind, I was just curious. How are the religion of the God of Light and the history of the Lokari Empire connected? The first emperor ages ago was blessed with the power of light magic. He was also the first high priest who founded the church and the God of Light. Wait, so two positions were part of a single role at first? Yes, the situation on how Lokari Empire came to be the sun. He represented God himself amongst the mortals. He was the closest thing to God in the mortal realm. Later, the function of the emperor and the high priestess became separate. One of the emperors did so for practical reasons. Ruling over the empire and taking care of holy matters at the same time was just too much of a strain. The empress consort, the wife or the husband of the empire, was called the moon, and the emperor based on the role of the moon in the creation myth. She was to rule over the empire if the emperor ever got ill or wasn't presented in the palace due to going to war. So currently, Mistress Marielle runs over the empire. Yes, and the emperor consort is Lucius, who comes from the kingdom of Dendril in the south. Can you tell me more about Dendril? We're allies with them, right? Durendril has a warmer climate, and their people have much different culture than the people of the Lokari Empire. However, when both countries were attacked by demons long ago, the Empress looked past our differences and proposed an alliance with Durendril. Thus, the first Emperor consort was a Durendril prince, Noah's father, who passed away 7 years ago after the alliance was formed. So the Empress married another Durendril prince, Lucius, her present husband. Okay. Why do I feel like she killed him? Why do I feel like she killed the papa? That's all I wanted to know. Alright, the first 100 pages mostly detail the Lokari ruling system, but I doubt the information would interest you. Not really. The book talks about the creation of myth, but you know the story by heart since Mom told you many times in childhood. I nod. Elijah had reminded me about the creation myth recently. Eurydice mentioning their mother makes me feel a pang of sadness and regret. She passed away from an incurable disease when Eurydice and Celeste were both young. Celeste had some memories of her, but they are faded. Celeste and Eurydice's mother resembled Eurydice in personality. She was a sweet, kind woman. How she put up with father's tyrannical ways is difficult for me to understand. I guess she must have loved him despite everything he was. How is the Church of the God of Light operates and fundamentals of religion detailed in the book as well. But that information is boring to anyone who doesn't want to become a priest. I'm fine with my current role. Eurydice chuckles. I didn't expect you to be so interested in joining the church. But the book lists a bunch of myths connected to the ancient Lokari Empire. I can't say I have good recollection of them at all. But they're just legends anyways that may or may not have any truth to them. Those ancient stories may hold the answers to my questions, but if Eurydice doesn't remember the myths, then I can't pressured to summarize them for me. I sigh. I won't be able to fully access the knowledge of the book after all. Still, Eurydice has helped me plenty. Thank you, sister. There, I spared you from reading through this boring, heavy tome. You don't know how much I appreciate you for it. I can imagine. We spent the rest of the day just chatting, hanging out. I could use a break from the archery practice. My body is tired and the constant training. I don't feel like I'm any closer to forming a plan to defeat the Demon Queen, though. Still, I also still don't understand how to access the Golden Bow's magic any better. At the end of the day, I remain frustrated with my lack of progress. Ooh, table. At the end of the day, I am hanging out in the living room with our apartment. Eurydice approaches me with a spring in her step. Celeste, we've received invitations to another ball. Ooh, a ball. Another one of those painful social gatherings. Look. Eurydice hands you an envelope with a royal seal. An empress seal? Yes, these are envelopes that were inside a bigger one. The empress formally invited father, myself, and you to the ball tomorrow evening. Tomorrow? That's still a little time to prepare. Yes, aren't you excited? Not at all. Oh, Celeste, don't be so dour. I'm sure the ball will be beautiful with amazing food, music, and interesting conversations. You know I hate any kind of gatherings of nobles. Can I refuse the invitation? No, you can't. I'm sorry, but I'm not attending when you got a formal invitation from the Empress could anger her. I don't want to antagonize the Empress. It's just, how am I supposed to do about my lack of adequate knowledge? I'm not going to suddenly get a lot better at those skills by tomorrow evening. With my archery practice, I have no time to worry about learning how to be a proper noble. There's a knock at the door. Paul, Eurydice's knight, opens it. Oh, hi, Paul. A message from Duke George arrives for Lady Celeste. From Duke George? I may bring word that my master, Duke George, would like to see Lady Celeste in 2 hours at the Royal Conservatory. Duke George wants to see me? Yes, that's right. I suppose you could come back with a reply, my lady. I'll see his grace. Thank you. I'll relay the information immediately. The messenger leaves and the door closes. Eurydice turns to me, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. What's going on between you, Duke George and you? Nothing. I'm as clueless as you are. We've only spoken twice so far. He's a kind man, but I know very little about him. Duke George? Kind? He's always come off kind of cold and a very closed-off person. Huh? That's not how he acted towards me. How curious. Wonder what he wants from me this time. No way to find out except going to see him, I suppose. I'll call Linda, let you get ready in peace. I'll send a word that we're going to the ball. Ugh, if we must. I'm afraid we have to. Alright then, do your worst. Laughing, Eurydice walks off to her room. I enter mine. I love balls! Wow! Linda spent the next 2 hours getting ready to meet Duke George. It's almost like preparing for a ball, considering I've been summoned by someone so important. All the while, I continue to wonder why George wants to see me. Ooh la la. Ooh! Ah! So pretty! When I arrive at the conservatory, I'm in awe of the splendor of the large glass building. So pretty. Plants I've only seen in books in the kingdom of Durendril fill out the greenhouse alongside vegetation from the Lokari Empire. Hi, Duke George. In the middle of the room table is laden with foods of all kind. George stands in front of it with a kind smile on his lips. Welcome, Lady Celeste. Your Grace. What is the occasion? I take another look around. That's enough food for a party. Where's everyone else? There's only one servant and attending standing by the glass wall trying to be as inconspicuous as possible. Levy takes a spot next to him. There'll be no one else coming. It'll just be you and me. I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I thought I'd partake in a meal with you. I blink once, then twice. My mouth falls open. You want to eat with me? What? No, not the surprise date. I want to scream at him to explain himself. What is it about me that interests him enough to offer me a full table of food as well as his prestigious company? Isn't he supposed to be one of the key players in Lokari politics? Why does he want to ally himself with the Saintess? That's true. Oops. I have no standing in the Empire. I'm a 4th highest ranking person in name only. George continues smiling, gesturing at the table. He's been nothing but kind to me so far. Eurydice called him cold and detached, but that's not the impression I have of the Duke. Ooh, is he playing us? Yes, that's right. I could go even further. I have a proposal for you. Oh, so he does want something in return for his gesture. I'd like to offer you a private etiquette lesson. You what? I noticed your lack of proper table manners during the last ball. I can't fix your lack of knowledge in one sitting, but I can at least help you prevent you from getting embarrassed in front of the court. I'm surprised and a little touched by George's kind offer. But why do you want to help me? Perhaps I have an interest in you and I would like you to feel better in your own skin as a noble lady. Oh, an interest. What kind of interest? George chuckles. Nothing suspicious, I assure you. Now will you offer my help? I'm sorry, now will you accept my offer of help? It's not like I have a choice. George is offering me exactly what I need right now. With tomorrow's ball coming up, I'm already stressed about my guaranteed poor performance at the table. If he can help me feel at ease during the ball, maybe I'll actually be able to tolerate the social gathering. I should accept, even if I end up indebted to Duke. Alright, I accept your kindness. Good, sit down, please. He pulls out a chair. I sit down at the table and gives the food a good look. George takes out a seat next to me. He gestures to the utensils. Let's go over which utensil you should use for which type of food. We'll sample small bites of everything together. We spend the next hour nibbling food while George slowly, carefully explains the proper etiquette to me. He tells me about utensils, corrects my posture, gives me pointers on what to say, on which topics not to broach during the meal. Those are all the basics you need to know. If you review everything I taught you once you return to your family's guest apartment, you should be able to recall most of the lesson for tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful for your help. I can't have the Saintess, one of the most important people in Lucari Empire, be belittled for not being a proper noble. Thank you. More importantly, I don't want you to have an anxiety attack again. Oh, George! I don't care if this is fake. He cares. He cares. You noticed? I saw the condition often during my time as a general in my soldiers. Lowered field of vision, trouble breathing, body shaking, wanted to bolt like an injured animal. I recognized all the signs in you during the last ball. Bro said, you gave me PTSD. I'm sorry I couldn't follow you out in the gardens. A noble cannot leave the dining table during a meal. I understand, so I made that big of a blunder? Your behavior won't win your favors, but I fully understand the need to get away. You've been burdened with huge responsibility, expected to fit a grand image people have been created in their heads of you. I know how that feels. I don't want you to suffer further. We've been formally invited to tomorrow's ball by the Empress, so we cannot skip the event. That's why I thought I'd help you gain more confidence, so that you won't be as frightened. George! Duke George is such a gentleman. You said you've seen a lot of suffering on the war front. Maybe he'd like to share some of his burden with me? What I've seen doesn't matter right now. George's kind smile disappears, replaced by a cold expression. Dude, George is like, I can fix her. I need to prepare myself for the ball as well. Thank you for today's meal, Lady Celeste. He's completely shut me out. Uh-oh, I asked the wrong question. Of course, George has seen a lot of pain and death. He fought on the war front. Why did I think he wanted to discuss these events with me, though? For a moment, I felt close to him, but at the end, we're just strangers. Alright, I'll see myself out. Thank you again. I curtsy and leave. George says nothing more to me. It's like an Arctic wind suddenly blew between us, taking all of his warmth. Duke George really is a mysterious figure. I can't let my guard down around him. He is very weird. Until the time the ball passes like a blur, I practice what George taught me with Eurydice. Soon I found myself seated at the throne room between Duke George and Duchess Penelope again. Let's see. I take a good look at the cutlery. I think I remember which piece is correct to use for this kind of food. Penelope has a smirk on her face, but I turn my head away and look at George instead. He gives me a small nod. The Empress starts the dinner, and I take a small bite of my food on my plate. I use the correct forks and spoons. Penelope gives me a side eye, clearly disappointed when she finds no fault in me. I relax, listening to beautiful music. In no time, dinner is over. Say, Saintess. When Lady Penelope strikes up conversation with me, my breathing quickens again. What if I say something wrong? Lady Celeste, would you dance with me? I turn my head in the other direction to see George standing next to me with a kind smile and his hand outstretched for me to take it. If I dance with George, I can avoid embarrassing myself in conversation with Penelope. A conversation that the Empress, who is nearby, may overhear. The only problem is I can't dance. Maybe George would be able to lead me through the dance, though? Then I remember it. It would be a slight to refuse when he so publicly asked me to dance. All the eyes on the table are on me. I swallow hard and take George's hands, getting up from my seat with pleasure. Yeah, they're dancing! George's smile grows as he leads me to the center of the ballroom. He gives the band a small wave, and they change the music to something more suitable for dancing. Not that I know what a dance is. The tune sounds like something formal. You worry so hard. Your thoughts are etched on your face. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll lead you through the dance. Don't worry. Leave everything to me. They're dancing! Oh my gosh! They're dancing! Oh, so cute! We take the starting position and George gently moves me through the dance. I follow his lead. The motions are repetitive enough and I find myself relaxing.
I wanted to talk to you again.
Oh my god.
In the privacy of dancing, I can ask you more than I could at the table.
Oh!
You want to talk to me?
I'm gonna cry.
Yes, I do. First, I'd like to praise you for your etiquette skills. They have improved tremendously.
He said, "You're a good girl."
You still lack confidence, but you didn't make any obvious mistakes tonight. Nothing any other noble at the table could scorn you for.
I'm glad.
You still need to improve the way you converse with nobles, but that'll be more of a process to master if you want to put effort into acquiring the skill. Good communication isn't something you learn overnight, after all.
I understand. I really...
Yes? What is it?
I'd like to thank you.
A heart.
From the bottom of my heart. It's because of you that I got through the meal without embarrassing myself. You didn't need to help, but you did. You're the kindest person I know.
True. He went, ah! Oh! So cute! Doki doki? Did I just make your heart go doki doki? I stare at George wide-eyed. His cheeks are deep pink. Did I embarrass him?
I'm really, really grateful to you.
They're kind of cute, though.
Enough of this. You'll be fine on your own for the rest of the night.
They're kind of cute, though. Damn, he said, "I'm leaving." The song ends at that moment. George bows to me, takes my hand, and guides me gently to the table. When I sit down, he leaves to take another lady to dance. Why did my heart flutter so much when I saw him blush? When he was so affected by my words. We love a blush! Why do I feel so lonely now that he's abandoned me? No, George didn't abandon me. He simply went to dance with another lady. As is proper when you're dancing with someone you're not courting. One person per dance. My heart is beating so quickly, but not out of fear. I'm attracted to George, I realize. He's way out of Celeste or my league. He's everything I'm not. A confident person, dignified noble, a skilled general. And yet, inkling of hope blazes in my soul. Hope that George could also be interested in me. I kind of like George too, though. The rest of the ball passes by uneventfully. I strike up conversations with some noble lords and ladies and think, fully managing not to embarrass myself further. Eventually, I redirect my attention to practicing horseback riding. I forbid Levi from coming with me. I don't want him to know Celeste, who is supposed to be great at riding, is now completely unskilled on horseback. 3 days of riding helped me improve a bit. I'm still far from great on a horse. I decided to keep practicing instead of spending more days at archery range. I'll be useless during the journey if I can't sit on a horse properly. Eventually, I return to practicing archery too. At some point, become decently accurate with the cursed weapon. However, its magic still eludes me. Before I know it, 3 weeks pass, and it's suddenly time to pack up for the journey to the Demon Queen's castle. Oh my god, we're going. Linda is the one doing the packing, but Eurydice is in the room too. You should take another pair of pants. Nah, no one told us to pack light. We will only have 4 wagons for provisions and some luggage. I can't take too much with me. But what if your pants get dirty? Then I'll wash them in the river. Celeste, what? There's a knock on the door. Linda goes to open it. Delivery from the high priest to the lady Celeste. Thank you, Hydra, for the party. Elijah said something? Linda brings a package to where I'm sitting on the bed. I rip it open to reveal. No, he did not. He didn't send me. Oh, you should try this outfit right now. So you look like a proper saintess. I pale, bunching the dress in my hands. I know what this is. I saw Meredith wearing a similar outfit. No, wait. I'm not wearing a priestess clothes. The priestess of the Church of Light wear clothes similar to Christian nuns, complete with a veil. You should wear the clothes. It's a proper outfit for the saintess. Levi never had to wear such a ridiculous outfit in the book. He had a robe similar to Elijah. But the outfits for priests and priestesses are different in this world for whatever reason. Why? I'll help you dress. She's gonna wear her outfit. Ignore my protest. Eurydice and Linda help me in my priestess outfit. Yay! I look ridiculous. I love it. Oh my, like a proper saintess. I hate you, Elijah, with all my heart. She's in the fit! Yay! Later that day, the party gathers on the training grounds. Nobody bats an eye at me wearing the priestess clothing. Am I the only one that finds this outfit ridiculous? No one counts everyone. The party consists of 20 people, Noah, Tarek, Levi, and 5 other knights. 5 mages, 5 archers besides me, Elijah, Gareth, and other... Oh, Elijah, Gareth is there too, and another healer. It feels like a small group for such a grand quest. Still, the Empress seemed disinclined to budge on the numbers of people allowed in our party on our deadline to leave for our journey. Hope this quest goes well for us despite our small group and little time we had to prepare. I'm worried, but I don't feel ready when it comes to my skills. I can't change the situation though. I've done the best I could. Let's hope my best will be enough. We ride for days. Only when we're close to being out of sunlight do we stop to make camp. I'm so tired of traveling at the end of each day, I immediately collapse as soon as I lay on my bedroll. Fortunately, I'm exempt from night watch. We don't expect to be attacked by demons this far from the front line, but you never know. The demon who attacked me near De Quieres Mountain wasn't supposed to be as close to the capital either. After another few days of riding my back and butt are sore, but I feel myself getting used to the motion of being on a saddle for many hours. That is, I'm so tired or I just no longer care about the pain. A week into the journey, I finally feel comfortable enough with riding that I start feeling bored on the road. The other members of the party are frequently talking while riding. Maybe I should engage with someone too. Oh my god. Let's talk to Levi. We haven't talked to Levi in a while. I decided to talk to Levi, who always rides behind me. I guide my host alongside his. Is everything okay? As much as it can be. I've noticed how tired you are from riding all day. Uh-oh, that's not good. Would Celeste be as exhausted from horseback riding as I am? If there's anything I can do to make the days easier, don't hesitate to let me know. Thankfully, I think Levi's just being considerate. He doesn't look at me like I've done anything out of the ordinary. Let's try to say something in character. I've ridden a horse to the forest near the De Quieres mansions on so many occasions, but I've never been in a saddle for so many hours every day. Hopefully my memories as Celeste are right and I'm telling the truth. True, we've never been on horses for longer than a few hours. Phew. Are you not tired yourself? Levi blushes and looks away. I can't stop myself from chuckling. He's adorable when he's shy. You are, aren't you? I might be tired, but I have to take care of you, so I have to be in top form at all times. I love Levi. I take a good look at the rest of the party. Some hunch their shoulders, some grimace and adjust their position to the horses once in a while. Everyone's tired, aren't they? Yes, we are advancing on the quest with good speed. I thought he was gonna say Godspeed. But the length of the journey will take some getting used to. Maybe we should tell Noah to slow down a bit. There's no point in rushing. We have to be fully capable of fighting once we encounter enemies. The time when we should have fight demons would inevitably come. Oh my gosh. The time we would have to fight demons would inevitably come. If anyone can convince the prince to slow down, it's you, Celeste. I'll talk to him at camp tonight. Thanks for letting me know I'm not the only one exhausted. No worries. Love you, so cute. We ride together in comfortable silence until a question pops into my mind. There's something I wanted to ask you. When it comes to demons, what do we know about them? The one that attacked me was an imp. Are there other types of demons? The demons are varied. Some attack alone, others in group. They can all fly as far as I know, so the archers and mages have to bring enemies down first for the front lines to dispatch them. The most common fiend types are imps, larger humanoid demons called devils, and what soldiers refer to as flying eyeballs. Flying eyeballs? I don't know whether to laugh or be afraid. They're cute until they shoot rays of energy from their eyes. That's strange. Demons speak languages none of us understand, so we don't know the proper names for their species. You can call them by the names the soldiers setted on them for over the years. I understand. What about the Demon Queen? The demon's kind of strange. She can shapeshift, and those who have seen her say she's either ridiculously a large monstrosity or a beautiful woman whose horns and tail a third eye on her forehead. Either way, we'll recognize her when we meet her. We should. If she doesn't come out of her castle, we'll have to go inside to hunt her down. I remember the castle of Duke Clement that the Demon Queen took over years ago, according to the Saint of the Golden Bow. I wonder if that place will still be the site of our final showdown with the ruler of our fiends. With how much reality has diverged from the plot of the book so far, any place and any time is a possibility for our battle with the Demon Queen. I swallowed hard. I have to be ready for the encounter whenever it comes, wherever it comes. Levy and I ride alongside each other for the rest of the day. In the evening, I approached Noah and asked him to slow our party's pace a little bit. We don't need to rush so much. It's not like they're expecting us back at the capital some certain date. You're right. Noah lowers his voice into a whisper. It's just my anxiety is getting the best of me. Don't worry, Noah. You've gathered a team with the very best people. As long as we're not exhausted by the time we reach the Demon Queen, we should be able to win. I hope you're right. No, you are right. I have to be the pillar of strength in this party. We will win. I'll make sure of that. There you go, Noah. There you go, Noah. I'll slow down our advance. Thank you, Noah. Over the next few days, we travel with more relaxed pace. We still make good progress, but I'm still tired, and I have a little more time to rest each night. I'm glad Noah changed his mind about how hard he was pushing us. Oh my god! Thank you for playing the Saintess of the Golden Bow demo. Waitlist us on Steam and follow us on Kickstarter to be notified when our campaign launches. That's it? Ah! You know what? I was actually kind of like... I was wondering if they were gonna put us in like a combat and then someone got hurt and then they end it. But they actually ended it with no drama. I'm so happy about that. I was getting nervous. I was like, please don't tell me we're gonna get in a fight and then like someone gets injured and then they're like, thank you for playing the Saintess of the Golden Bow, and we don't know if they're okay or if, you know, good things are happening. Yay! That was the demo. Oh my god, that's actually a really good demo. This is probably like the longest demo, biggest demo I've ever played in my life. It's supposed to be like 4 hours of content. And there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. I don't even know who I want. I don't even know who I want. I really like Levy. I love me the lover boy. I don't know who I want. There's too many good stuff. I think I just like Elijah because he's like pink. I like Elijah because he's pink, but I don't think you can like you can't romance him anyways. You can't really romance him anyways. Did you just heal yourself from horse riding fatigue? Oh my gosh, he's kind of funny. Light magic is handy, isn't it? I never thought healing magic could fix a strained muscle. Shows me how little I know about the magic of this world. My mindset is definitely more grounded in Earth than Lucari Empire. Heal me too. Elijah chuckles but extends his hand to me. He hesitates before touching my hip. The promise of not feeling pain is so good I don't feel embarrassed at all. Don't worry, you can touch me. Alright. Elijah touches my hip. I feel the holy magic pour into my body like a soft, warming embrace. I can't stop myself from smiling. The warmth of Elijah's magic makes me feel like I'm at home. The pain on my body disappears. When Elijah takes his hand away, I reach out to him and grab it. I open my eyes to see him giving me a startled look. I realize what I've done. I'm sorry. I'm grateful for the healing, but I shouldn't have. It's a mystery why you're reacting to my magic so strongly. I don't know the reason. I just... Relax, I'm not judging you. As I told you before, I love your reactions. Wait, what did he say? Oh, he enjoys. I put the word love. I enjoy your reactions. Noah's been pushing the party too hard. We don't have to move as much. Such a fast pace. I will speak to him. Oh, so like Elijah speaks to him at camp. You didn't do anything wrong by asking me to heal you. From what I experienced using the holy magic on you, you've been in a lot of pain. I'm not used to being in a saddle for a much longer period of time of the day. Looking through Celeste's memory, she's ridden horses a lot, but only the DeCaris family land for a few hours most of the time. Maybe she should have done better. Maybe she would have done better the journey than I'm doing, considering she had more experience with horses. But Celeste is dead, and I can only rely on my own skills. Damn, we keep saying she's dead, and it makes me sad. Thank you. It's not too much to ask. I would appreciate a slower pace on the mission. Alright, I'll do what I can. We need to be on top form when we come across demons. Speaking of which, you've only encountered the imp so far? Yes, the imp attacked me. Other kind of demons. We have to get to the Demon Queen. She's been holed up in the Bodmun Castle for years, but with the destruction of Barwood, we might encounter her at a much closer location. Hopefully that won't be the case. Except we have to fight hordes of demons before we get to their leader. She won't come out to find us. In the book, the party entered Clamond Castle and found the Demon Queen in the Grand Hall, where she had transformed into her throne room. Still, with how much far reality has already shifted from the novel's plot, I wouldn't be surprised— oops, I just dropped my phone. Wouldn't play it out entirely a different way. Doubt she will. What does the Demon Queen look like? Okay, at the end of the day, I read next to Elijah. He tells me tidbits about demons and his knowledge of the enemies of the God of Light is vast. When the evening comes, from a distance, I observe Elijah talking to Noah. Elijah approached me with a smile on his face. The prince took my request seriously. Starting tomorrow, we should travel at a slower pace. I'm glad. But if you never need healing, you know where to find me. I blush and look at the side. Right. Alright. Yay! That's good. I will just do... I will do Noah's. Why not? Okay. Celeste. He greets me with his signature smirk. Noah, aren't you setting the pace a little too fast for our party? I decide to simply address the elephant in the room. I've never been in a saddle sat in the saddle day after days for hours. You're pushing us to go distance every day. What's in the rush? It's not like anyone's expecting us back at the capital by a certain date. If we're exhausted, we won't be able to fight the demons efficiently. I don't want anyone to die because we're too tired to raise our sword. Noah's please expression drops. You're right. It's just my anxiety's getting the best of me. I want to be done with this quest as soon as possible, but you're right. I won't rushing won't help anyone. Exactly. He looks me up and down. You're not feeling too bad, are you? I let out a long sigh and tell him the truth. We haven't had brought the problem up if I didn't think it was serious. Honestly, I'm exhausted. I've never been in a saddle for a long period of time. Looking at Celeste's memories, she's been riding horses. Okay, we did that already. You're a noble woman after all. I tend to forget. What do you mean by that? Of course I'm a noble woman. You've been training on the grounds the whole month, and when I dropped by during the tea party, you weren't exactly doing a great job at being a poised lady of high society. What? I did nothing wrong during Penelope's tea party that no one noticed? Your posture was off. It was as were the size of the bites of the cake you ate. Who cares about the minuscule matters like that? Yes, by your reaction, I could tell you don't care about such things. I think that's good. You're not hiding behind a facade. You're you, Celeste, and I quite enjoy our conversations. You're full of pretense. There he goes again with the flirting. Do something about the pace we're going at. Of course I will. Thank you for bringing up the issue to my attention. If there's anything else you'd like to discuss, I'm always happy to... And we talk about demons. And we talk about what the queen looks like. I know Noah doesn't believe believe in the mission's success, but it's painful to see the sad look on his face. I know he looks so sad. Look how sad he looks. However, I don't feel entirely prepared to defeat the demon queen either, so I can't offer him reassurance. Still, I want to lighten his mood. Until it's time to make camp, I ride next to Noah. We chat about light topics, joking together. I quite enjoy his company. Alright, well, that's the end of it! Yay! Thank you to Transparent Games for involving me in their demos and their trailers, and their Kickstarter comes out... Oh my gosh. Comes out on the 19th if you guys want to support this wonderful game. It's actually a really well-made game, I would say. Look at the art. Wow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We're a very lovely game. So pretty. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with it. It is very interesting. I wonder how they're gonna lay it out. And I'm scared of the options that I choose. Oh, there's too many good options. I don't know who I even want. I don't even know who I want. I know that, like, the Duke is pretty good. The trailer is amazing, by the way. I am very impressed with the trailer. I didn't expect it to go so hard. The trailer goes very hard. I very much enjoyed it. Yeah, Levy is just a sweetheart. I love Levy. You can't be mad at Levy. He's a lover boy. You can't be mad at the lover boy. I like Elijah because he's like, I don't know. He's like mysterious, and everyone loves a mysterious guy. You know what I mean? And then Duke George. Oh my God, Duke George. Duke George is amazing too. But I think he's a DLC route, so you know, I don't think you can rizz him up. I don't think you can rizz him up in the current game. I mean, like, I feel like Levy is like canon, you know? Like, you have to do Levy. I do like Noah, but he's too like negative. He's like we're not gonna win. We're gonna die. I'm scared we're gonna die. And when he says he's scared he's gonna die, it makes me scared I'm gonna die. You know what I mean? Like, I need someone to carry me. Like, I need someone to be positive with me, or else I just fall into despair. It was very good. It was very good. I don't know who I want. I don't know who I want. I feel like Lev. Okay, if I'm being honest with you, like, I love Levy, but he's like too easy, you know? Like, I kind of like a chase, you know? Levy's just available, and I don't really, you know, I don't like the easy game as much as I love Levy. He's a cutie pie. I like George, and I don't know. Noah's actually not even like off the table either. But I think I like Elijah the most. But like Elijah, you see, the thing about Ashley is she wants the character you can't have. Like, you can't marry Elijah because we're not in the priesthood. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't have him. But I kind of like Elijah. I like George too. I hope George has like a twist though. Like, he's not just nice, you know? Like, he actually has like a motive. Like, I hope he has like a motive, but then he like actually loves and cares for us at the end of the motive. You know what I mean? I like Noah too, but he's just too much of like a baby. He's like, we're gonna die. And I don't like that. I don't like that energy, my dude. I like Levy a lot. He's just too easy. Okay, well, that was the Saintess of the Golden Bow demo update and trailer. Happy Friday, everyone. That's all I have for you today. I'm gonna find someone to raid. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I feel like a lot of you guys talked to me today. A lot of you guys signed up for my Patreon, patreon.com/meowschoolmilk. Thank you to my lovely patrons. I love you so much. We actually got like a few more patrons. I think we got like 3 patrons today. Thank you, my beautiful patrons. I'm gonna post something either today or tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do it tonight, but I might hyperfixate on it and not post it. But you know, I'm gonna post something for you guys today or tomorrow. Probably today. I should just post it. I might just raw post it. I was trying to make it pretty for you guys, but like I might just post it. And there's more things coming soon, and you get gifts every week. I'm trying to do gifts every week, but you guys get gifts like every week. That's like the goal of my Patreon. So thank you to my lovely patrons for supporting my dreams, because it really means a lot. I feel like you guys do get a lot though. You guys get gifts every week when you're a part of the patron club, the fan club. And tomorrow we have a collaboration, a surprise collaboration is not on my schedule. We're gonna have I think it's called Repo, right? It's a Repo collab. It's a game that's very similar to Lethal Company. I'm gonna do it with some really close friends, really close streamers. It's gonna be a good time, I hope. It's gonna be a good time, I hope. I really don't know anything about it. It's gonna be my first time playing it. So wish me luck. I'm gonna have some really close friends though, so it should be a good time, honestly. And that is mostly it. I don't know who to raid. I don't think there's anyone playing this game. Yeah, it's just me. Teehee. Teehee. We're probably gonna raid. I don't even know. Who do we raid? I'll raid my bestie Gore Flack. Why not? So please join me in raiding my best friend Gore Flack. Gore is playing Monster Hunter World, and oh my gosh, I had a great time playing this game with you guys. I love visual novels so much. For those of you who don't know, I really want to make a visual novel one day. I will make a visual novel one day. I'm waiting for someone to hire me to make art for their visual novel. Please hire me. I'm gonna make a visual novel one day, or I'm gonna contribute to a visual novel one day for sure, for sure. And once again, thank you so much to Transparent Games for allowing me to be a part of the Saintess of the Golden Bow demo launches, trailer launches, I really do love being involved in visual novel games and updates, and I hope to be included with more. I would love to review any visual novel game if anyone wants to send me visual novel games to review or voice acted. Sorry today wasn't a strong voice acting day. I'm not feeling that great, if I may be honest. So thank you for putting up with me today. Thank you for hearing me ramble and vent. Good night, guys. Thank you for everything. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow for the collab. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.